Hello, welcome to Yes and Dragons, Chicago's #1 actual play. Coming to you live from the Chicago Role Players Guild in the amazing community center of Rogers Park, Chicago. I think all community centers or community areas? Community area, not community center.
If you walk past and you see the minis and you say, "Hey, do they play D&D in there?" The answer is yes.
Yes, yeah. I mean, that's pretty universal.
And also other things.
Yeah.
So stop by and come have fun here.
Yeah, you should do that because this place is fucking rad. I should probably stop cursing like within the first 30 seconds of everything. We do it every time.
Clearly Marcus doesn't care as the owner of this establishment.
There's a car streamer that I used to watch. I don't even like cars that much. I just really like his performance because he opened every video with "What's going on?" and then name of platform, and he was impeccable. And I miss him. He was a local, who was a friend of mine. But anyway, so here we are in lovely Rogers Park at the Chicago Role Players Guild, and we are going to go around the table, have everybody, all the players, introduce their characters and themselves, and then we'll do a quick summary. Actually, no, before we do summary, we do a Chicago fact, which I don't have.
Parker has.
Parker has Chicago
It's
fact.
not a Chicago fact.
Oh,
technically.
good. Even better.
It's a fact.
It's a fact, and we're in Chicago.
It's a birthday soup fact.
We're gonna birthday soup.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna flip things around. We usually start with Parker, but this time we're going to start with Carissa.
Oh. We flipped the order.
Uh-oh.
Today's gonna be real interesting.
It's upside down day.
You know, normally the spots are on the cow, but today the cow is on the spot.
Did you say your character's name?
Yeah, I'm Carissa Lenning. I
Well, I just want to say with all of us being in this helicopter, especially Shibble, the stakes are high.
Oh my God. Hey, that's a cut above. That's a cut above.
I was like, oh, when we come back from Hypatia, from that to be in the air, I'm gonna have the stakes is high joke.
That's so long ago. That's like 6 months.
Hey, I'm Libby Kramer. I play Cordelia Priest. It is still my birthday. And I'm in danger. Probably.
I mean, I just assume that's true in general.
Well, hello. My name is Esther Inges-Arkell. I play Nadezhda Irenso, whose goals are lunch with his father and lucid dreaming.
My name is Parker Thompson. I play Sam Sarah. Ambiguous whether he just fell out of a helicopter or not.
Okay, so we'll go back to you for the Chicago fact.
For the birthday soup.
Oh, sorry, birthday soup. What? Sure.
In Korea, there's a special soup you eat on your birthday.
Oh yeah.
And sometimes people ask how old someone is by asking them how many birthday soups they've had.
Oh,
that's wonderful.
that's very sweet. I love it.
Yeah.
What's in the soup?
I'll look it up.
Very important.
I've got an interim fact for no reason whatsoever. George Bush was not the name of 2 bad past presidents. He's also the name of
Not only.
was also the name of the black pioneer who founded Tumwater, Washington.
Oh, nice.
What was it called?
Majestic
Tumwater.
Tumwater.
Majestic Tumwater.
This is topical because my job is sending me to Tumwater.
Oh, really?
We were not originally going to explain Tumwater facts.
Okay.
Anyway,
Although there will be continuing Tumwater facts.
Where is Tumwater?
it's in Washington.
50 miles south of Seattle.
It is,
okay.
It is the terminus of the northern fork of the Oregon Trail.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
South of Olympia, south of down into that not quite Vancouver, Washington, but
Yeah.
getting there.
Yeah.
We also have a Chicago quest.
Oh yeah, what's our Chicago
It's
quest?
somebody's friend's birthday, and they would like to know where to buy their friend a present. And I don't have the post pulled up, so I can't cite their username like I usually do. But their friend's 3 interests are cats, gardening, and progressive politics. So
Gethsemane.
yeah, that's a good choice. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of good Andersonville options.
Yeah, Andersonville in general, I would specifically point to Gethsemane.
Yeah.
Malloway Brothers, the witchcraft
Oh, yeah.
store is down on Morse and is open until 8 p.m. If by chance you're
There
watching.
you go.
Anyway, what's in the birthday soup?
Edible seaweed and beef,
Mm.
non-spicy.
That sounds like a great.
That sounds delicious.
That's a
Sounds
shiver
very good.
soup.
Yeah.
Soup
Yeah.
out of 10.
Soup out of 10.
Shopping option, Lost Arrows on it.
Lost
Okay.
Arrows, yeah, of course, always. That's a de facto. If I need to do something that I don't know what to do, I'll just go there and go shopping for myself, and then I'll be like, oh, this person probably wants 3 figurines, right? That makes sense.
Did we want to recap?
Yeah, let's do a recap.
Okay, recap. It was still Cordelia's birthday. We we opened on Sam and Cordelia plus Imogen plus Leo Arinzu plus Leo Monks, all in a 100th floor submarine hangar of the Prometheum, which then they all got in the submarine, plummeted 100 stories into an open pit of water and tunnels that eventually would take them to the lake house. Nadezhda's arcane eye was able to see that that's where they went, and the lake house is notoriously a really bad place. So Nadezhda, Shibble, and 2 emo teenagers decided to make their way towards the lake house. While they were on the way, they were ambushed by some Visagin Codex operatives who seemed to want to get to Nadezhda due to her connection to Ozzy, due to his connection to Nico Laterre. Honestly, it's a bit out of the way, so poor Nadezhda just getting caught up in that, but it happened. You guys were able to soundly defeat them, and then Tamsin woke up, and everyone returned and reunited at the lake house, where Cordelia had to invite everybody onto the property, and Miss Monks tried to get her to sign away the rights to everything, but it was very unclear on my roll what that meant, because I got that I would still be the heir. So in a moment of confusion and not really knowing what else to do, Cordelia decided to go invisible and run away. And then Sam decided, oh, I will also run away to make it look like she ran this other direction.
I was trying to save you.
Yes, and I appreciate it, but also I can recognize that I was very concerned for your well-being. Miss
I am concerned for your well-being.
Miss Monks sprinted off after Sam, buying Cordelia some time to get up to the roof where everybody else was landing in Tamsin's helicopter, which we learned that she had worked on with Leo and Ozzy in the Dream Realm.
Which honestly, Leo and Ozzy in the Dream Realm would be a pretty good band name.
Yeah. Or like an 80s movie.
Yeah. Big never ending story. about
Yeah.
That.
Yes. So everybody reunited up there except Sam, who cast some pretty cool spells, but I was pretty sure he was going to get killed by Leo monks in the forest. So Cordelia took the helicopter loudspeaker after arguing with Tamsin for a second about it, and called Miss Monks back, who then decided she didn't actually need to come attack anybody and just decided to go through the house looking for the deed. Eventually, Sam made it back up, assisted by Imogen to the rest of the group. We located the deed, and now we are flying away in a helicopter with 2 very opposite sibling reunions taking place. one happy and one irritated.
Antagonistic.
Antagonistic.
My mother to me every time. Stop antagonizing your sister. Okay, so yeah, we open up right there. We are in the helicopter. You guys are flying away from the lake house. I believe you have the deed
Yes.
helmet?
Dude, this is in Shibble's party hat, actually.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. That works.
Which
You
is
have
the top, the helmet.
a redacted sibling tracker.
Yeah, that I can't read, which is weird.
And then pilot is Tamsin. What are you guys doing?
Oh, I give you all your stuff back.
Oh, you did. Thank you. Thanks for my stuff, Sam. I was really worried they were going to burn me alive.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Yeah. Tell me what's happening. Tell me what you want to do.
I think Nadesh is just trying not to vomit.
First,
Let's do that as a check. Gonna be a finesse check.
like balance.
Yeah.
I was just going to propose we go to the infinite noodle, but perhaps not if
So
Nadesh
that's a
does
4
feeling
with
sick.
fear.
It's a
A
long-
4 with fear. I'm BFMing. On a 4 with fear. Actually, no, it's not gonna be. This is gonna be. It's a reaction roll. It doesn't get.
Okay.
So funny.
You are having a very difficult time holding down the contents of your stomach. And we have a spend of fear already.
God damn it.
Already. Thank you, Marcus. Hold on. I actually have I intentionally built a thing for this one.
Okay, here's the thing. I have a box of moles.
Box of bones.
No.
No.
Void.
What if it likes that?
Oh no, it's got a new fetish.
Oh no.
Or the moans are different kinds of bugs.
Oh no.
Then if it moans,
Right back up.
louder. God no.
This is horrible.
I want to try to grab the box of bones.
Absolutely not.
I wasn't going to, but you hit one step too far.
Who is the closest to the door, do you think?
Probably me, actually.
Well, I mean, if you're
You're out of the
throwing up,
helicopter. You're not there.
it was-
You mark a stress.
Can I attempt finesse to grab the box of moans?
Yes.
That is 16.
What's your what do they call it?
Evasion?
Evasion. My brain kept saying difficulty.
Can I roll to oppose?
Yeah, you can. Sure. Opposed finesse.
Okay, that is with
It's
hope,
called dancing.
but it is only 14.
He grabs it.
So I think what happens here is you go to grab it and you do, like, you actually grab it, but you knock it back into the helicopter. Like, so you actually grab it, but you like immediately lose it, and you're just standing there puking out the door and turning around, and
I
it just
think that
flies out of your head.
The real fear result is also that the box likes it.
Oh
The
no.
box is just like, "Ooh."
Yeah, the box is definitely enjoying this a little bit. Yeah.
I'm going to reach back and just sort of put it back in my backpack. Oh, speaking of,
I'll have you know,
as I
the
am,
box of bones is on my enemies list.
I'm going through like my bag, which I've been carrying since this morning. I still have the birthday present
Oh, from
to Cordelia
Katerina. Or from Lena. We're not sure. The
Yeah,
Vexen present.
from Arrakis Dry Cleaning.
Oh yeah.
Not a drop of water for Cordelia. So I just sort of
Oh, this is for me? How kind.
Also,
it may moan when you open it. It may not. I don't know.
I need you to witness this. This was my prayer dice roll.
2, 1.
No, that's a 1, a 1, and a 1.
Oh no. Oh no.
I'm
Oh.
carefully opening this present because I'm afraid it's a box of moans.
I found that in
Did the
another
box-
dimension.
Did the
Okay.
box of moans get pregnant and spit out a smaller box of moans?
The box. It's what happens when you put a box of moans into a box of moans.
I would just.
Another fear?
I would.
I don't want a box of
About the
moans.
canon box of moans. What this was.
Okay, everybody, give me finesse reaction rolls.
Ah,
Okay. If I had
Probably a
a,
bomb.
if I had a choice between the effect of putting a box of moans in box of moans be or
One.
D&D where you put a portable hole in a
Yeah, yeah.
thing and it kills you, I would take the second one. I would kill us all.
Okay.
What attribute was that?
Finesse.
Finesse.
Uh,
It's a reaction roll.
20.
20. Okay, and
14.
14,
13.
13. Okay, so you crit, you
Critical
20
ones.
critical ones. I don't know what. And okay, so the two of you lose your footing and stumble around inside. The two of you do not as a open fireball arcs in front of the helicopter, and Tamsin does a really like fast
Makes it
swerve.
maneuver.
Yeah, like super fast swerve, knocking her own cigar out of her mouth.
Definitely get like,
In my head, when she took off with this helicopter, it came with a cigar.
like the fortunate son.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly,
you know?
exactly. Yes. And
Attack.
you hold on to the gift.
Okay.
It doesn't fly out. Tamsin chuckles, and she's like,
Did you do that on purpose?
"That wasn't me. It was Leo."
Leo,
Yes,
my brother.
your brother. It's a game we play.
He's attacked me twice today
Oh,
already.
fireballs and helicopters. It's a game we play sometimes in the dream place.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and try and clock a vibe here.
Okay.
Well,
It could be instinct or knowledge, depending on how you're doing it.
instinct.
Okay.
That is a 19.
Yeah, I mean, on a 19, she thinks it's hilarious. She has a very similar sense of humor to your brothers, so she thinks it's pretty funny.
And she's rich. Excellent.
And
And her family is getting smaller and smaller. That's what else it's being contemplated.
Three of us
And
left.
if a family gets out of line, you got that dagger.
Oh, that's true. I did give you a dagger to kill yourself and family. Oops.
Oh, happy dagger.
That's the dagger you used to open the gift.
Yeah, like very carefully, like,
Wasn't it randomly rolled too?
Yeah, it was. It
Yeah.
was randomly rolled. It
Wild.
was fully randomly rolled. Yeah.
okay, what's in here? could be
Inside
anything.
is a private, unbranded
Mm-hmm.
surveillance system
Oh.
with invisible drones that are like the size of like teacups.
Oh.
Oh shit, is that the 300 model?
I think so.
That is the night vision.
Yeah.
Wow. Sick. Okay. Well, thank you. This is
Does it have a card?
Yeah, it does.
Who's it from?
It's from Katerina.
how kind. I guess she was able to do something with the piece of paper I let the daddies have. Oh, how kind of her to wish me a happy birthday. I was not expecting
It's just like
that.
it just says love and kisses XOXO.
Wow. Sam,
Katerina.
don't make her mad. She's actually quite nice.
Yeah, I also won't make her mad because she has people following me around that are ready to kill me if she gets mad at me.
And she gave you an unbranded surveillance system.
Yeah.
It's a network of, cams and
Sweet.
drones and
Okay.
yeah.
Now we are the ones with the invisible drones, everyone.
Yeah, happy birthday, it says. Yeah. So,
Late.
are you guys gonna engage at all for the rest of the flight? What do you want to do from this point?
I think Sam just needs to nap. Like, it's been a rough time.
I'd like to talk to Tamsin a little bit. I feel like I came into that interaction a lot meaner than I perhaps should have.
She's ignoring you right now completely.
It's fine.
And she doesn't. You notice that she doesn't look at the present.
Hmm.
Like she's like avoiding looking. Also in my head, she's straight up wearing like a white ping pong ball shaped like
Like
helmet
helmet?
and glasses, like in like
Like a speed racer.
yeah.
style.
And a cigar. And yeah, uh, where are we going?
I'd like to go to the Infinite Noodle if no one has
Any
objections.
helipads at the Infinite Noodle? Where is that?
It's in
Yeah,
the
You can just land it on their roof. I'm sure it'll be fine.
The Infinite Noodle's roof is peaked.
yeah.
drop a helicopter in the middle of the street.
Yeah, I mean, wherever is
It is an
closest.
apocalyptic wasteland.
Do they have a
I mean, they
parking
could
lot?
probably find a
Little
level,
parking lot.
We'll
a place that's
find
been leveled.
the closest
nearby.
you can
Yes.
get to the low light district. I think that I'm not going here just for you, but I think you would also like this place.
Oh, can you do a flyby of that weird ass tree?
Oh, yeah. We should look at that tree on the way as close
Uh,
as we can be that's not in the Iron Ward.
Okay. Yeah. I think she'd be like, what do you think I built this thing for? This is for going through places that don't have magic.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
She looks at this as an opportunity to show off her technological prowess. And you guys take off you guys were at the oh, that's pretty far away. It's a pretty long flight.
I do want to ask her, like, how much does it cost to have you build one of these?
Cost?
Like, okay, hypothetically, if I offered you a certain blank check worth of money, like, how much would it cost for me to pay you to build me a helicopter?
I'd have to figure that out. I don't know.
But I'm interested.
I mean, I can tell you this one probably cost about 4 million credits.
That's within markable range for a helicopter.
But I feel like my next model is going to be a little bit more sound, a little bit less expensive, because I figured out a couple things. Like, you don't need to pour concrete to do the helixes, and it's a little bit easier if you have lighter materials. I didn't think about that yet, so yeah.
Yeah, under 5 mil, I'm interested.
Probably be like 3.
Right?
And how much does it take to turn a bad orphan driver into a good orphan pilot?
Oh, do you have wait, no, where are the orphans?
They're in Sam's lair, I think.
No, right, because remember I sent them away before the
Yeah, they
Before
could
the-
come with.
submarine.
Yeah. I think they're still in ardent in the Prometheum.
Oh, are they just hanging out in my office?
I think they
playing
might
ping
be,
pong or
yeah,
something?
Just
yeah.
making a huge mess.
Yeah.
Licking soup off the floor?
Yes.
Habitat.
Because there's still a spilled barrel of clam chowder from when the chef tried to poison me.
Oh, you're going to get an email from maintenance.
I'm sure
Right.
my...
We would like to advise people in the future not to leave clam chowder over the weekend.
It wasn't my fault my chef tried to poison me by stabbing open a barrel of
We're
clam
politely
chowder.
asking all chefs in the building to stop using clam chowder after a number of incidences.
Sam, where are you going to store a helicopter?
I'll just have to have someone build a helipad for me.
Great. Okay.
It's a helicopter. How can I can't not do it. Okay. I have another question.
Uh-huh.
How much would it cost to make a helicopter that can also go underwater?
It's the way you think. Okay.
I want to stop it out there.
I'm going to need to talk to Leo and Ozzy about that one. I'm not so sure. I don't know. I'm not very good at fluid dynamics, honestly. I'm more a materials person, but
We can talk to you about a boat car. It's not the same as a plane car or a helicopter car, but we have experience with a boat car
boat car, that's just a boat with wheels.
that can drive on land. It has boat mode.
Okay.
And it also,
Yeah.
did it have plane mode?
I think-
I think it did have plane
yeah,
mode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if it has to just be like a seaplane but a helicopter, like, that's the compromise version, but I prefer it go underwater.
Submarine helicopter.
Yeah.
You're on a submarine kick after
I mean,
what we just went
was-
through.
Which
Which
is
is
a very cool site.
sure.
And plus, then I can go to the lake house whenever.
Why would you want to go there?
The lake house is actively being destroyed right now.
And we love it. Let's
What?
just.
You think that Leo is not going to have other submarine tunnels dug?
Well, here's the thing. She's destroying it. We took what she wanted. So, by all means, destroy that
Do you
place.
think she found out that you took it? Yet? I don't think she did.
If she's still destroying the lake house, probably not.
Yeah.
Instead of
she's still looking
shooting
for it.
down this
Yeah.
helicopter.
Yeah, so she's still there rampaging through the lake house. Okay.
Is Imogen with us?
No,
No,
She
Imogen is not with you.
teleported away after
Leo,
Jack
Imogen,
saved her.
and Leo. I think everybody gets a notification on their phones right now that
Oh,
it says
How many of my phones?
only the ardent phones.
So Shibbles and my own.
Like all of your phones that are in my pockets all go off.
Oh, Shibble, here, notification for you. And notification for me as well.
It's just a company-wide announcement that tomorrow Leo Monks is going to be rebranding herself as Yuli Monks.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll write that down.
It's behind
You know what would happen?
embargo.
100%. It would be there's an all hands tomorrow with 0 details.
Yeah,
and
that's
when
it,
you
yes.
got to it, the only announcement would be that Leo Monks is changing their name, but they made you like all come to the
Yes.
stupid meeting.
Yeah.
See,
Yes.
this is why I always just call her Miss Monks, because I've felt like she would do something like this and then I would accidentally misname her, and like that would be an excuse to
I mean, like,
yeah.
50% of me misnaming her is on purpose.
Well, you don't work for her, Sam. So like
I think I might now.
that's right. You do. Would you
If
like
you
to
think I'm not planning to show up on Monday and say that Leo Monks hired me to be a fucker?
Okay. I still have the weird head thing that the assassin had from Visage and Codex.
Oh yeah, the earpiece.
Correct?
The what?
Earpiece. He gave her
The
an earpiece.
Or
Oh, earpiece. Got it. Okay, yes.
it took it away from the head, so I didn't
Yeah,
know if it was
yeah,
like
yeah.
a dead shot eyeball.
Yeah, no, it's just like like a what do you call it? Like a
Headset?
not even a headset. It's just like a single lens, and just like an arm and like a computer over the ear with a speaker.
Mhm.
It's like a single part of a VR headset. It's for augmented reality.
Okay. So I guess
I'm
I
picturing like Star Wars targeting computer.
Yeah, more or less. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
turned to Sam. So the people who put that baby in your head, gave me this thing to get in touch with them about maybe, finding Nicola Terre and my other brother.
I definitely wouldn't put it on.
No. Do you understand this technology at all?
Is it anything like anything I've seen, or like do I have any context for this technology?
Yeah. Make a knowledge check.
Can I aid by just quickly doing an arcane
Yeah, I think you
Then
can.
just
Yeah, so add
ruling in or
advantage to it.
out magic?
Oh,
Oh.
sweet.
Damn.
24 with fear.
Ooh.
24 with fear. Okay. Um. What do you think would cause Sam? What would be both like a wealth of knowledge and also give Sam a pit in his stomach right now about what he's looking at?
I think it would be something he looked into for gaming purposes. But I think there's 2 things that would really, I mean, obviously, like the potential to access your brain and your mind, but also that when he wears these things, he gets really dizzy, like he gets motion sickness.
Yeah, like when you're in VR and you like
Yeah.
get stuck in an infinite spinning loop because like you're turning your head and also your bot and the screen is turning and then
Yeah.
you're just like, woo.
I think yeah, so you get overwhelmed with another wave of nausea. As you remember that these
the
were
box, give me the box.
No, it was into that.
It's into everything.
but it seems to be like it's a net of faces device. So it recognizes its user through like visual recognition. Most net of faces stuff, it all requires you to have like visual scans. And it is tailored to your specific needs and to like your specific like biometrics.
So whose biometrics is it tailored to?
It would be to the guy that they
The
gave
guy,
it to.
yeah.
Oh, okay. So in theory, we shouldn't be able to use it by default, but
No, definitely not by default. But this is like an open source sort of situation. Like it's a some set of like preferences and settings are like changeable in the BIOS that you can sort of like start it from zero and retrain it to somebody. Because
Well,
it's
I'm
like
not
a
going to
commercial
put it
product.
on. I could but it's one of those things where I could like tap it and like operator kind of start.
Oh,
They gave it to me because I needed some way to get in contact.
yeah. So it's they gave it to you. It's attuned to you.
I didn't put it on though.
No, I know.
He
I can
probably
probably
scanned your
hack it.
face while you were talking to the kid.
I can probably circumvent that and get into it.
That's okay. I put a post-it note over the lens.
It says
And then
it says hello user Natejda Arinsu.
I tie a piece of fishing line over it and tie it around the box of moans and just kind of dangle it in there and like
Community policy violated. Privacy policy violated.
The poor moderator on the other end of that.
The network operations center.
Yeah.
Flashing red.
Yeah, it's a
Warning.
an unending echo
It went
chamber
live.
of moaning
And you just
that
see,
went
like,
live.
the
Yeah.
moderators, like, with their, like, 1,000-yard stare just walking out. Like,
There's like
when I get
A small fire starts somewhere.
I was literally just asking for their email address. They could have given it to me. Now they're dealing with it.
There's an email address located on the outside on the or in the inside in the mechanical operations menu.
Okay, I know
Like
that down.
it shows like infrared interference wavelengths, and also like for more information contact shop at Visaging Codex.
Okay, so I note down the email address, and yeah, it's just going to dangle in the box of moans until they find some way to shut it off. Next time, just give me the email address. I don't ask for things for my health, okay? I ask for something because I need it.
where you have to email my old friend Don O'Tripley.
oh yeah, good old Don.
Marcus, can I see a Red Bull?
What a wealth of things the box of
The box of moans may be the most overpowered object of
And you just see, like, everyone else around there was like going down for maintenance. Like, their whole network goes down. They're like pulling plugs out of the wall. Like,
Just a
On the wild
reminder.
magic table, just because it'll be like a 1 in 100 chance of it ever
What?
happening. But something coming out of the box.
Oh yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
I would like to
that might
remind
be the 1-2 result, like the worst
With
result.
fear, yeah. 3 with fear.
3 with fear. Something comes out of the box of oats.
So, just a reminder of how the box of moans came to be. Nadeshda went to an erotica store in a mushroom dimension, and they just had a box with a pure void in it. And then there was a weird little breeze through the erotica store. A erotic picture went into the box, and it just started moaning. So
I can't remember. Did it absorb all the other stuff from that erotica store, or was it just the
it was
picture?
just one picture,
A
and it
mushroom
went in
erotica.
there.
Yep.
A mushroom erotica.
And that's why we are the way we are today.
Yeah.
Not even wrong.
And we all found out that
We
one
got
choice
to
from
all-
Time can change your life forever.
We cut to all of this being explained on a PowerPoint at the emergency meeting.
Yeah.
They're like, we're doing a phone report. And
We've scratched the origin of this object. To a plane we didn't even know about.
Oh, that'd be terrible if they found out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, are we approaching the tree?
Yeah. At this point, you guys are approaching the tree. There is a large crystalline dendritic growth coming out of the ground in the middle of the Iron Ward. The Iron Ward, for viewers who happen to be watching and haven't been are not familiar, is one of the bigger wards in the city. It is also essentially a complete dead zone.
canonically, it was destroyed by Libby.
Yes, canonically. Libby, the person. And no, it's been a mystery as to like what happened. It's the former location of like most of the shipping harbors at the beginning of Vescarre's history, but something happened. Was it 20 years ago?
Yeah, about 20.
And
It was the year 77. It's currently the year 98.
So it's 22 years ago. And something happened that it leveled the whole area and a little bit more, right up to the edge of the Lily district and the lighthouse, which is where gate crash happens 24 hours a day and has happened since then, or since well before then. Is sort of like leans into the Iron Ward. Magic is wildly unpredictable in the Iron Ward. Flights over it are essentially impossible because all flying is essentially magical.
Except
in
this
world.
one.
Yeah.
Except where in this particular example. And this is where, very close to where your brother
Yeah, I was about to
died.
say, hey, Tim.
To be
Yeah.
fair, flying is impossible almost anywhere in Vescarre.
Yes.
Because
It's
it just
veteran.
stops working.
Yeah.
Hey, Tim, that's pretty close to where Errol's helicopter went down.
I lean out of the helicopter and spit onto the ground.
She does the same thing.
I thought you might want to know.
She flicks her like stogie butt out the window and she just flips him off. And, good fucking riddance.
Yeah.
He was worse than you, frankly.
Oh, wait. How am I that bad to you? You didn't talk to me for 10 years.
Yeah, you didn't talk to me for 10 years.
Okay, fair.
You left me alone.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't want to stay.
You want a cigar?
Sure.
Yeah, it is your birthday.
She gives you a She gives you a cigar. She lights it up. She's coughing. You're coughing. It's great. Mind you, she's much smaller than you.
Yeah.
So in all of this, she's like halfling sized, with pretty prominent like wings, like insect looking wings on her back.
You think tobacco comes from Vescarre?
I don't think it's tobacco.
Something.
I think it's not tobacco. I think it's other stuff. It's probably stuff from the mushroom dimension. If I'm being
Sand. Sand
It's
from the
like- it's
mushroom.
sand and sandwich meats
The meat moth.
from the meat moths. That's what they wrap it in. And yeah. Oh, yeah. Who's that? Your brother Fuzz.
I just pictured like Shibble rolling up a bunch of lunch meats and lighting it like it's
Oh, we got to spend a fear from Etten.
You're
All
telling me
right.
this
On
isn't what's
meat
supposed to be
Kind of fear when we're on a helicopter above a helicopter crash zone.
And next to a tree of mass destruction.
and a tree that has a stillborn god in it. We don't know that.
We don't.
Players, but as people, we know that there's a god in there.
We know there's a god and a dead Libby in there.
Hold on.
And
let
a
me-
ghost
where's
covered
my-
in pee.
No, she's not in the tree anymore.
That's
Yeah.
true.
You guys were freed.
Yeah.
And you can haunt wherever you want to do.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So here's the fear.
Okay.
Before you fly over the tree area, there is one of the larger massive like sort of rents in the ground from the like actual full-on like fist fight that the gods got into. Is like it tears through all of the Iron Ward. Like you have to cross directly over it. And it's not like exactly perpendicular, it's like slightly, it's like more parallel, like so you're tracking along with it for a long time. And there are just open arcs of like unbridled wild magical energy surging out of it. The smell is awful. And occasionally it looks like eyes are looking up at you.
Ooh, no.
Your fridge door is open there.
Oh.
Please.
Yeah, last time you tried to contact me when I contacted Mother, I had just hit my head in one of those creepy cracks in the ground.
We've
Huh.
been through a lot.
You tried to call mom?
Yeah, because brother Errol had just died and Ardent was kind of coming
Oh.
after me. And that's when I tried to call mother. And then you tried to call me when we were in another dimension. And so I didn't get it until we came back.
So she's dead.
Yeah,
Cool.
I assumed.
Yeah.
Nadezhda told me.
Yeah.
I give you both condolences, which you refused.
And we
Do you-
stand by that.
Yeah, no. You can keep those condolences.
Friggin' Christ.
She's just
Oh, yeah.
like,
The Arinsus are way better.
We like each other.
Yeah.
Look at all the shit
I
you
love
guys are
the
getting into.
Arinzus. They're so nice.
Tamsin's like, actually, I would rather be in a rinse.
Right?
Like, just honestly.
I feel like if we include Leo in this calculation, though, that's dragging down the average a lot.
Leo's trying to make sure that I am not a target because to make it look like he does not like me. I am trying to make him not a target by making it look like nothing that he does affects me.
And you say the phrase have problems.
Well,
Yeah,
we
our
do.
problem is Nico Leclerc and Leo Monks. Speaking of, I need to. Oh God. Oh, it's come to this. I may need you to come as my backup to a meeting with Visage and Codex. They know where they want to look for Nico Leclerc.
Huh.
And
Fortunate.
If they want you to look
they
at their
want
god
me to
long,
look for their.
tell them no.
I'm going to ask them to come out and visit me. But I could help. It would be useful having someone who is willing to fight for me around.
You know, the last time I went there, that was how I got god babies.
Oh, that's how God babies
They are
are
not
made.
gods. They are nuisances.
I agree with you.
I am.
Tamsin's like, I'm pretty sure they're gods.
No, they are nuisances.
No.
No, I'm pretty sure they're gods. I've done my fair share of research. I'm pretty sure they're gods.
Being powerful doesn't make you a god.
I don't know what makes something a god, but I'll say that I'm pretty sure that they are actual physical instantiations of divinity of some sort. I don't know what that really means, except to say that they are dangerous. They almost don't exist without us.
Well, when we fought the
Well,
Eidolon, she was
exactly.
able to work
I have some
the
religious
time.
literature for
Wait.
you on that point that I think can really
Don't join Sam's cult, please.
rude.
I would like to learn more, please. Thank you. Please, may I have your literature? Do you have a pamphlet?
Why, yes, I do.
Oh, why? Thank you. She
This
takes
is
it.
why
She
we
ignores
call-
the yoke as she's like starts reading the pamphlet. The
This is what we
helicopter starts
call
to
hot
veer off to
topic
the side.
proper teenage development. You tell them, oh, that's fine. They don't care. Anyway,
But yeah. So as you guys are flying over this giant rent in the ground, a full blown lightning like strike comes out of the ground and hits the actual helicopter.
Oh,
by the way, yeah.
And
are we okay?
you guys are okay.
It's a Faraday cage.
But it starts to like smell like burning rubber,
Ooh,
like pretty badly.
okay.
So she's like, I think I'm gonna have to take it down.
In the Iron Ward?
Gotta check on the engine.
I mean, we've been here
Can
before.
I try to direct her as close as possible to my house in the Iron Ward, my secret?
So this is, your guys are in the middle of the Iron Ward. It's pretty far to your place. It's several, I'd say probably 10 miles.
Did we get
Maybe.
any information about the tree?
You guys are approaching the tree right now. You
Oh,
guys are like,
we're gonna
We're
land
gonna have
next
to
to the
land at the
tree.
tree.
yeah, let's not
Uh-huh.
crash into the tree.
We'll be
so-
okay. We've survived the Iron Ward before.
Me
Yes.
too.
Really?
Sam
Yeah.
takes out his little like head wrap and
We fought that giant man.
Babushka.
We,
protects him from the Iron Ward.
ooh, wait, you don't know this. We fought the giant man that came out of the ground that was 40,000 people and also Aunt Elspeth.
What?
Yeah.
Wait,
It was a ghost native.
I heard about the golem, but what? It was Aunt Elspeth
Yeah.
golem?
She was kind of in charge.
Yeah. I read her poetry.
You still write poetry?
No, I actually had to destroy my poetry to ascend to the air position.
You sound crazy.
Oh my God. You don't know about this, but there was a point during the phrase challenge where like 5 of us all got copies of her journal.
Oh,
And now
I
it's destroyed forever.
may or may not have published some of those myself.
What? How did you get it?
I
It was
needed
with me the entire
your
time.
old journals.
Oh, shoot.
It's still like even the recent stuff is still great.
Mother gave me all of your boxes when you left.
That's why I have no condolences. There's not even a reason for her to have hand-me-downs.
I was building a letterpress at the time, so
I would like to subscribe to that.
thank you. Sign up. Send me an email. She's like, I actually don't have a phone. I don't.
Oh, do you want one of mine? I have literally
I
seven.
prefer to be off grid.
One of these is
Yeah.
up.
I can respect it.
But if you ever need one, let me know.
You guys land at the tree. It looks like, okay, so tree is a bit of a it's metaphorical.
It's like vaguely tree shaped.
It's vaguely tree shaped in that it almost like if you took like a river and all of its tributaries and then like made it like 3-dimensional.
Picture like
Like a
have you ever seen
fractal.
the thing where they like pour molten silver into an anthill?
Yes, like that. Yes, yes. That's a good way to describe it. It looks like that, except it's crystalline and it's coming out of the ground. And the center column is definitely the thickest. It's gosh, I want to say it's like at least like 30-foot diameter.
Oh, wow. A big
It's
tree.
really big. It sticks out of the ground like yeah, like when lightning strikes sand or something upside down.
There's people pay so much to get high off this stuff.
You guys already
tree
tried
stuff?
that with the salt.
Yeah, but that was fake.
There
It's
is
the real stuff.
there is a inescapable hum,
Oh,
like the sound of bells ringing, just like as the whole thing just
Sam checks his phone.
sways in
He's
the
like,
wind.
somebody calling?
Yeah, yeah. It kind of sounds like that. Chimes.
Hey, can I mentically touch the tree?
Yes.
Ooh. Did you wash the plexus?
Nope.
Ooh.
Kibble does not metagame.
Chris has no idea it's in the tree.
So I will say this: it's sort of like it's got a pink crystalline coloration that's sort of it's a translucent sort of like iridescent color that's like on the surface. It is very faceted and it shines and shimmers very intensely. It is extremely beautiful and it literally sounds like there's constant like bells and gongs and chimes around it. Okay, so you mentically touch the tree. What do you think what is your thought? Like, what are you thinking of?
Even Marcus knows what's in the tree.
What do you think in this?
It's shiny and cool and I want to touch it.
Yeah, I mean, it is. It's shiny and cool. You want to touch it, and as soon as you mentically touch it, give me a finesse roll.
Okay. 16 with hope.
Cool. Mark your hope. It is so you feel your mind's eye zoom inward.
Ooh.
But like in the way that like you suddenly realize you're looking down on yourself as like you move so far in your back, like above you, right?
Okay.
And you see yourself looking at yourself, and like this sort of like loop that goes into the tree.
Okay.
So it's like if you have like a mirror facing a mirror.
Yeah,
or-
kind of.
Like
Yeah.
in that's the Last Jedi when it's like infinite rays.
I didn't see that.
You
I
have
don't
become the infinite shibble.
The last thing we need.
And yeah, kind of actually. I have seen that scene. There's that one scene. I have seen that
Yeah.
one scene. Yeah. So
Shibularity.
It's gonna destroy all life on it.
Probably.
it's just like all the sounds of the like bells and chimes and gongs all start to resemble the word bro. And you feel connected to an eternal frozen moment. Like if a single moment could be given full physical embodiment. but not change ever.
It needs to go on the soundboard.
It's beautiful. It's moving. It's really
Wow.
moving. You feel almost like a heartbeat, but if a heart could beat without time,
I have
like,
a question.
yeah.
Normally,
Poetry, right?
if you were in this part of Ironward, you would feel like physically like the oppression of like the negative effects of it, right? Like you would be able to feel that like, oh, this is rough, right? Like under normal circumstances. Does it feel any different? Like, does it
Yeah.
feel like the tree
Neutralize.
is neutralizing that?
Yeah, I mean, in a way, dampen might be a better way to say it.
Okay.
Not a direct counter agent so much as like an island of calm.
It's
That
the
makes
eye of the storm.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. And you hear and it sounds like the sound before somebody starts to talk. And you can sort of hear that people are moving. Yeah, you hear excuse me, hold on. No, but it's like you can hear like it causes you to expect somebody to speak, to hear like articulatory apparatuses in the throat start to move and start to sort of, before even like voice happens, right? And you kind of have this sense of expectation, anticipation, waiting, and a connection to an eternal moment frozen in time.
Okay.
What do you want to do with that?
I don't know.
Tamsin walks up next to you. She's like, what does it taste like?
It's a good question.
How did you know to ask him that?
I watch the feeds.
She did her research.
Evidently, she
I
did
guess
nothing
I
but
thought
Earlier
Right.
when you
research.
test it with the mentacle. Well, at least they're not liking it.
Well, maybe now I have to. Can I break off a piece and consume it
You could
fully?
certainly try to. Like I said, this is like a 30-foot diameter area at the bottom here. So you could try to chisel some off, maybe?
Just like
Yeah. Yeah, give me this will be, I guess, strength.
Let's see if any of it has like.
Actually, no, it'd be finesse again. I'm sorry. It would be finesse again, because it's a little
That's a 13 with fear.
13 with fear. On a 13 with fear,
I don't have any sharp weapons.
You could have borrowed one.
on a 13 with fear. Think
Am I hurting the tree? Is it mad?
no. I think what happens
The
is
maple syrup come out.
The tree's not really alive.
it's almost like you can't touch it. It's like it's not it's like there's an absence in the presence.
It's not a real tree.
Like air has solidified.
Like it feels like there's a force field around it.
Kind of, yeah, that'd be a good way to
It's not.
say it.
Physically present.
Like the force field.
It's just you can't figure out how to to the surface.
Mm.
Your menticles seem to be able to.
Mentacle lick.
Can I try to break through this physical obstacle?
Yes, you can absolutely try to break
Can
into
I
physical
try
obstacles.
to force myself through it?
Yes. How do you want to do that?
Sheer force of will.
Do you think your will extends to your menticles?
Yes.
Okay. So this is extended cognition punching, essentially. Okay. Yeah. I think give me this is gonna be a dual roll. There's gonna be a strength check and there's going to be an instinct check.
Can I help?
You can. How do you propose to help?
Get behind shovel and push.
Am I able to use the experience? I'm not touching you.
She must. She must.
That is
There's
absolutely
no
yes.
other
Yes.
Which roll do I add the +2?
I'm gonna say you're gonna add that one to the instinct roll.
Okay.
Ooh, I might have a. Wait. Okay. Let me propose this.
Yeah.
What if, since there's 2 rolls, what if we split them? Because I also have an experience that's relevant. So what if I do one and Shivel does one?
What are you gonna do?
I can take the strength one, but my experience is, what if God was all of us, and this is literally a God tree?
I'll say this. I'm not gonna let you roll this, but I think you'll get a D6 to add to one of the 2 rolls. We'll say it's strength,
Okay.
and then you can add your experience to instinct.
Okay.
And we'll see what happens as a result of the roll, because you might be able to bring something in at it.
Okay. I guess I'll do strength first.
Okay.
11? Oh no. Well, +3, so 14.
Wow.
Fear though.
Okay.
Ooh, okay, and then
What was the DC?
finesse.
16.
Yeah, not make it. Finesse is
Yeah.
Ooh,
an 11 with hope.
Wasn't it instinct?
instinct, not enough. Sorry,
12 with hope.
12 with hope.
You know what? I'll throw 2 prayer dice on that strength roll to make it pass.
Okay, that's fine.
So strength passes.
Strength passes.
Instinct fails.
Give me give me an instinct reaction.
Not great. 10 with hope. Oh, I guess it's reaction roll, but 10.
A 10. I think on a 10, I'm gonna need finesse reaction rolls from both of you.
Only roll.
It sucked.
Okay.
Much better.
15. 5. They both freeze.
Oh.
Like the moment?
Yeah, you freeze. The rest of you are sitting there. You can't touch them.
I'm not touching.
Sam, I assume, is behind Shibble.
Yeah.
I'm not
Like-
touching.
Yeah. You can't touch them.
Oh no.
Turn to Tamsin. So fix the helicopter. Chop chop.
And we'll fix these people.
Tamsin's already like climbing on the roof of the helicopter.
All right.
And where is Tammany?
Tammany is also like, Tammany's her co-pilot.
Okay.
So Tammany is just like wrenched, like towel over shoulder, covered in grease, like before there was any work to get done. Like this was like a costume, you know?
My pet lizard is sitting on Tamsin's head and she still doesn't notice.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's very cute.
I guess I'll try to like rouse Shibble out of this. I can't touch them.
Well, he's rolling and making faces, and our 2 fighters are very much out of the game. So let's see what we can do.
Can I just try to gain Shibble's attention by saying, Shibble, I meant to ask, how was your soup meeting?
You can
I say that.
make a presence roll.
Yes. And as Shibble's boss, I am using my privilege. And let me see if there's an experience that I can apply.
I love this.
There's not. Okay, it was this game 9 plus 1, 10 plus presence is 1, 11 with fear.
11 with fear. Cool.
To ask Shibble about soup.
On an 11 with fear, my friend.
Oh, no.
On 11 with fear, you say soup, and instead of saying the word soup pours out of your mouth.
Is it one of the shizzle flavors? Is it the triple
It's clam
dipper?
chowder.
It's clam chowder. It's clam chowder.
Oh, no.
Yes. Grape clam chowder.
That's
Are you
not
allergic to
clam
grapes?
chowder.
Sam said I'm
Yes.
allergic to grapes.
Were you allergic to? I didn't realize that you were allergic to grapes. She's throwing grapes at you.
I'm trying to dodge the grapes.
Where did you get grapes?
In the clam chowder.
You're picking grapes on your
Yes.
sister's clam chowder vomit?
Yes, clam chowder grape. It's great.
It's Vescar style.
Yeah.
Okay.
My chef put those in there to try to poison
Casserole.
me because he thought I was taking away his muse.
Okay.
You were.
I wasn't.
You were.
I let him go. I let
You
him
take
go.
everything good and fun out of the world.
Okay, feel that way.
I will.
I'm
Your
gonna.
sister has been caring for you for quite some time.
It's true. You have my lizard.
You were cast it on
Well, I
and
would
she got
defend
you out
you
of
if I could
prison.
talk.
Anyway, I made a spellcast roll of 16, which passes. I'm going to spend 3 hope,
Yep.
and I can blink out. Spend 3 of hope to take myself and 2 willing creatures away from into. If they're in very close range, I can get them to far range. So I'm going to just try to zoop all of us away from the tree and see if the effect dissipates.
You do that?
Okay.
It does not.
Now I'm going to have to bring them all the way back. I would like to say the way I do this is I look at Shibble and Sam and label them properly in my head, and through my identifying them, the universe realizes that they have been misfiled, and so you hear kind of like a shp, shp, as they blink, like someone takes them out of the file cabinet of the world and shoots them back within far range. And I look, they're frozen.
Hey, I cast Thought Delver on Sam.
Okay, that's a dangerous.
What, my thoughts aren't worth delving?
I tried to connect with you and I vomited out soup I'm allergic to.
Fair enough.
I've got my arms around Sam and I'm like hauling him like a statue back towards close range again.
Okay, so I rolled to get deeper thoughts of Sam versus just vague surface thoughts.
Mhm.
So I get 17 plus 4, 21 with fear to thought delve on Sam. And on your discretion with a roll with fear, he can know that I'm reading his mind.
I'm going to say that Sam knows that you are reading his mind.
Excellent.
I'm going to tell you Sam's current thoughts.
I'm about to
deep-
tell you Sam's current thoughts.
Ooh.
Okay, because I can tell you also what my
Okay.
idea was.
What-
It's just he's picturing himself underwater in a submarine helicopter going like, no, 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 no.
I'm Sam. I'm Sam.
Why am I not surprised?
Okay, so
Like,
that's what you
Sam,
were
they're
thinking when you
all-
put Shibble. But in this exact moment, what you're thinking is you and Shibble are standing next to each other in the ruins of a destroyed temple the size of the city of Vescarre. Not quite that big. That's an overstatement. But you're standing in an utterly destroyed city, and you are staring at a sky that is like TV snow white and black in patches. And yeah, that's what you're looking at the moment. You
Is
may
it-
also be thinking,
Is it just the building or are the people also there?
there's nobody there.
Okay.
It's empty.
The dish is just under the armpits.
It looks like an
I
alien
teleported
landscape
you
entirely.
100 feet away.
They're like seeing some weird TV static temple.
Okay.
And Sam knows I can read his mind right now, I think.
I take a look at his frozen face.
And you just see the mental Sam driving the submarine just give you the finger.
Oh, also, you are walking on your mentacles.
Ooh.
Like Doc Ock.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna say I got Sam kind of to next to Cordelia again.
Uh-huh.
Go back to get Shibble.
You got like a cart.
We'll cut to inside.
I wish I
actually.
had a dollar.
Let's cut to inside. So what do you guys appear in a alien landscape. It's there's no explanation for it. I guess there's a little bit of like continuity in the fact that it is like a desert, or not deserted, a deserted sort of like destroyed place, which is like they're both deserted
Above
destroyed
the table,
places.
does it look like the plexus?
It is exactly the plexus. Yeah.
He described it the same way.
Yep. So that's what you guys see. And you are walking on your mentals.
And I see Shibble there. Well,
Is there just a hologram of me?
Yeah, I think so. I think there might be.
Obi-Wan Kenobi
No,
style?
like Ray line. You know those like scan grid lines, sort of like, yeah.
It's just in the sky, like the baby
Force
from the
Ghost.
Teletubbies.
Yeah, I'm a Force Ghost Teletubby son.
Force Ghost Teletubby.
That's weird.
So yeah, what do you think in this moment?
So, does it look like a digital environment to me? Because I
No.
haven't been in one before.
I don't think it looks like a digital environment, but I don't think it looks.
Because, like,
It looks uncanny.
does it compare to when I went into the computer during the phrase trial?
Mm,
The phrase digital universe.
I think it is similar, but much more advanced looking. Like it looks more like too real. The phrase stuff looked like a little like 8-bit maybe, or 16-bit. Like this stuff looks like it almost looks too real. Like almost too perfect in shapes.
Could I maybe make like an instinct roll with my there is no spoon to try to realize that we're in some sort of digital environment?
Yeah, I think so.
Well,
I don't actually. You know what? I'm going to say this. I don't think I need a roll for this. I think you would be able to tie these two together pretty quickly. If only because you have been through the process of transiting before. So you're like, oh, I've been through that. That happened once before.
Shibble, I think we're in a computer.
Oh, Nadezhda, they're in a computer.
Whose computer?
Good question. Is it your computer, Cordelia's son?
No. I'm just reading your thoughts right now.
What am I thinking about right now?
You're flipping me off.
The Dejna is back on like walking through this like apocalyptic desert of destroyed buildings and like
I'm just
ash and like iron.
hauling a 7-foot cow.
Yeah, it was in perfect.
Oh,
Like-
Five.
7 foot in heels.
I am kind of squishing a mentacle.
It's funny to think of you
Dejna-
as grabbing the mentacle and like
Takes the mentacle, takes the box of moans, looks at the mentacle, looks at the box of moans. Nah.
And you hear the Moximons go, oh.
Put me in.
put me in coach.
Do you say that to Cordelia? Because that's the way you can communicate with us.
I mean, I might be easier to carry.
Shibble, I don't know if you want to go in there. You
I
know
do
how much
not.
vomit is in there?
And if we introduce a tentacle into that thing, there's no going back.
It's an infinite void. So vomit is like, it's like vomiting in the ocean. It keeps going farther and farther. Anyway, the vomit is very diluted. Still. Okay, continue with your
More
statement.
reassuring words have never been spoken.
Yeah, anyway, Cordelia, I think we're in some kind of computer. Maybe the tree is a computer.
Oh, okay. Should I try to use it?
I guess.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you can see this giant tree in the like. It's not exactly far. It's hard to tell how far it is, honestly, because it's so big. I don't know if you've ever been to a place where it's like really flat, but also there are mountains in the distance. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
you can
Grand
just walk
Teton.
forever,
Yeah.
you know, and you can't ever get closer. It's kind of the feeling.
I think maybe we should try to go to that tree.
Okay.
I'll try to go to the real world tree.
You guys are standing right next to the real world tree.
Awesome. Or try to computer it like I'm breaking into an ATM like I used to.
Go ahead. Tell me how you're doing this.
I'll just take my little dagger, kind of like how Sybil trying to chisel without a sharp instrument.
Okay.
And I'm just going to try to pry the bark up to see if there's like computer inside.
You find the card slot.
Yeah.
Okay. This,
Adesha readies herself.
this is
to-
going to be
feel like there's
a
gotta be a board on
finesse
this
roll.
And I'm using rebellious streak to try to make the tree a computer.
What she get?
No, I'm marking a stress to use the human trait adaptability to roll that again.
Okay.
You're so stressed.
This is such a sad
I'm about to
move.
get some nice noodles. It's fine. Okay, that is 13 plus 3, 16. Get the hope back plus 4, a 20 with hope.
On a 20 with hope.
See if the tree is a computer.
On a 20 with hope. you, you, I mean, inevitably, what happens here is that you immediately go frozen as well. Disappear
The sun blinks
next
out.
to the two of them.
With my self-killing dagger extended. Oh, hey, guys.
Damn it, Cordelia.
Cordelia.
You told me
It's the Tamsin and Tammany now.
I mean, it would have been
Tamsin's like,
funny.
okay, we're good. We're ready to go.
It would have been funnier if you had done that way far away, so Adesha also had to carry you back.
Well,
Are these noodles good?
pretty good. Let's load the inanimate bodies into the helicopter.
You can do that. I'm not going to do that.
Tammany?
I'm doing enough lifting here by flying people around.
Tammany?
You could just
Tammany's like, yes,
just
I
tie
do
her
what
on
she
a rope
does.
to the skid and
She climbs into the window, like the roll down style window of the helicopter.
I don't know what to tell you, Sam. I tried to use the computer, and I think I did it pretty good, but all it did was take me here.
Well, we were able to communicate with the outside world.
I did what you told me to do.
Do you guys know this place?
No,
No.
it looks kind of like when I was in a computer once
Oh,
during the phrase thing. It's not exactly the same, but it's kind of similar.
hello. Are there any phrases in this tree computer?
Also, you can see the draw distance there. Like if you walk over here, you can see a tree pop in.
I think I'm the only phrase in this tree computer, so.
Well, I guess we should
Make
go
a
to the
cognitive
tree.
dissonance check. I don't make an instinct check. No, this is a
Die in the
reaction
tree
roll.
computer. Do you die in real life?
Crossing Fields starts playing. That's a
I
12.
mean, unfortunately,
12.
I think the answer is yes.
You get a nosebleed.
Ah! So many fluids.
Take 1 point of damage.
I'm not doing very well, guys. It's fine.
Oh my god.
I like that mine is
Are
kind
you
of
happy,
broken.
Etten?
So
Are you happy you spent that fear?
Oh my god.
At least I don't weigh very much. So I'll be
You're
easy
also
to
next to
move.
the- next to the
Yeah,
radio.
I'm like right by the helicopter.
Oh, your mentacles are also frozen, by the way. In the real world.
Oh, so she can see them?
No,
Oh, just like
but you could probably, if you found them, hang somebody off of something.
hang some ornaments.
Yeah.
Nadezhda is not amused. Okay, let me look at the rules
Okay,
of thought.
I want to
Delver.
try something.
Okay.
I want to try to affect this digital world
Okay.
with my brain.
Okay.
You've done that before.
And what I want is to make a cool motorcycle appear.
Does it have 2 sidecars? Because
Yeah.
or a sidecar and a skateboard.
Or like I can make you your own motorcycle if this works.
Oh, okay.
Instinct?
Yeah. Give me instinct.
And I think that
Actually, no.
spoon?
This is going to be strength. This is pure force of will.
I think there is no spoon applies here.
That definitely applies to you. What'd you get?
Something's coming out of the box of moans.
Well, technically, it would have been worse the other.
Oh.
No, you're right. That is the because that was the hope. It's not
Yeah.
3 with fear, it's a 3 with hope.
Yeah.
What
happens in a 3 with hope?
That's a
Delusion.
Delusion, yes. White.
9.
9.
What was the DC?
16.
I don't have enough hope to luck bend that. Sorry.
Okay, so I think you get on nothing.
I'm not.
Yeah,
All dead.
Yeah. But I think
Invisible
maybe
boat
your
will be
mentacle might just happen to be right where he gets on. So he just
just riding my invisible motorcycle.
yeah, there's no motorcycle. You just know that he's on your
And
mentacle.
I'm just trying to
and you're
rev up the mental to get it to go. Like,
I would like to test the physical capabilities of my mentacles.
Okay.
Because you said I was like walking on them.
Yeah.
I've never done that
No.
before. How fast can I run on
Well, at
mentacle
this point,
legs?
I'm
How
still-
high can I jump?
I'm still standing on your mentacle, right?
Sam,
Well,
you couldn't
stop it.
You couldn't manifest a motorcycle with the full tank of magic?
It's not turning on. I don't know what's going on.
Wow.
Ow, ow.
Your imagination is so sad.
Your stupid thing.
Ow.
and you just take off running full speed, 8 feet in the air.
If you just take out running and I'm coming
What's
behind you, like,
this?
I made it work.
Okay, I'm on a roll to try to manifest a car.
Okay,
Because
go ahead.
Sam manifested something.
Well, and I think we did establish that Cordelia is a member of what was the car rental thing we were talking about?
Oh, Executive Emerald Elite. Okay, so what? That's another hope. Thank goodness. What trait is this?
Strength.
Strength. Oh, strength's my worst. So that's a 10 with hope.
You get flapped by one of your manacles. You definitely start moving forward. You start galloping, like horse speed of gallop.
Am I just being pulled along at this point?
Yeah.
Can I
You both
grab?
Track from horse.
Okay,
Yeah.
grab this.
Yes. You're backwards. Your motorcycle goes backwards really fast.
I should have worn a helmet.
Where are we going, guys?
Towards the tree.
Okay.
Okay, so the test here was if you guys each do one thing. So all 3 of you have done one thing now.
All 3 of us failed to do one thing.
Yeah, you know, tried to do one test, and in that action, you guys come back to your bodies. So you are
Just so we're clear on what I did mechanically, as I rolled over and over and over again until I got a crit, and I am kneeling on your sister's back, about to give her a swirly in the box of moans. I'm like, God damn it, you will help me, you little brat!
It's okay. I rescued them.
All right, great.
I'm still frozen.
yeah, you fall out of the sky.
Oh,
like not like, but like as far up as you were.
Oh.
Because I'm assuming that like you're kind of like being lofted a little bit with your mentacles.
like Doc Ock.
Can I
Just
do that in real
boom.
life?
You can try.
I'm gonna try.
You can try.
Yeah.
Make a
Maybe
strength
not in that
roll.
box.
I need to look at my.
The way to the helicopter.
One moment. I need to find my table of tables. Tables. Table of tables.
Table.
In case you were curious, Nadeshda, the tree is just a weird, empty place.
Okay. I was not curious.
Okay, so
Some type of computer or something. I don't know.
go ahead.
I said I was not curious.
On what trait?
Strength, yeah.
If you're feeling left out, you can go touch the tree and see it for yourself. We'll take care of you.
What is it?
11 with fear.
11 with fear. My God,
We're doing so
you
bad.
guys are doing so great.
On like pointless stuff.
That's most of what we do.
Okay, so you're normally sort of like nighttime sky, like coloration of like the dark blue, black, sort of inky with white, like glowing spots. It goes full sun.
Oh.
Ah!
You just start glowing like an angel a little bit.
Oh,
I can't let.
why? What?
Oh,
Should I stop? I don't know how to
Don't
stop.
let Leo see. This is gonna make that more.
What do I do?
You broke something.
Here. No, this is way too small for you.
I hand out spare pairs of sunglasses to you.
Oh yeah, thanks, Sam. Normally I only use these when I'm driving, so no one knows who I am.
Interestingly, you can see the shadow of your menticles from the light you emit.
Ooh.
Is Shibble like blinding or just like
Not
glowing
blinding.
like a top
Just-
Christmas tree angel? That kind
Yeah, like
of
that.
like a little nightlight Shibble.
Not maybe a little brighter. Maybe like these lights, like bright enough that you're
Ooh,
like,
ring light Shibble.
Ring
yeah,
To look at.
yeah.
Everyone's
it's-
eyes when they look at Shibble are so beautiful.
Yeah, yeah.
You just have to keep them in the periphery.
Someone take a picture for my birthday selfie on Sparkle.
Click.
It's all like overexposed.
Yeah, it's wildly overexposed. Yeah, that's so funny.
Can we get on the helicopter?
I assume this happened on the helicopter.
Okay.
Did we do anything useful here?
No.
We looked at the tree.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
Sure.
felt the heart of a god.
Oh.
Do you tell us that?
Did we know that it was? Did we
It's
learn
not a
that it was a
god.
god?
I mean, it's divine. It feels divine.
It was a weird empty
I have a
god
lot
space.
of drugs that all feel divine.
That, you're not wrong.
Ooh. I
Well-
feel good. It must be God.
If it is a god, I don't think it's gonna move anywhere.
Hope not.
So I think we're good.
Excellent.
Tamsin is flying the helicopter pretty stably.
Amazing.
Her white
And
wall.
it was a syllabary thing, right?
Yeah.
Just-
Yes, it was Silberry.
They wanted everybody to only have the same thoughts.
And you go where? Where were we
It's
going?
infinite noodle.
To Infinite Door, right.
As close as we can get the helicopter.
So you guys land a pretty large, janky, like corrugated metal that's
I imagine
bent
it's
into like
extremely loud.
it's so loud and there's so much
People
like,
come out, they're like,
it feels like
quiet down.
yeah, it's crazy. It's like you're like blowing over buildings.
They're like, we can't turn off the CCR. Just keep playing Fortunate Son over and over again.
And yeah, but she pulls the landing off, no problem. And you hear like the helicopter go beep beep.
It flashes.
It flashes, yeah. You're still glowing very brightly. So people are like, what's happening? Is that an angel coming down from the sky?
Behold!
No.
Behold Shibble!
That is simply Shibble. has
Behold!
opened the soup company.
Yeah.
So are we having noodles or
Yeah.
what is your
I
plan?
feel
Well-
like we need to get a picture of Shovel with some raisin scoops for that inevitable cereal.
It is impossible to get a picture of Shibble. You are taking a picture of the sun.
Cereal just cold soup.
Yeah,
Yes,
no way.
yeah,
Pretty much.
like a gazpacho.
Or is soup warm cereal?
Never thought of that before. Please continue.
I wanted to go into Infinite Noodle, one, because I feel like we deserve it. And two, because I want to look at the deed and get Ren's take on the situation.
So you guys walk in and Ren is like, "Happy birthday, Of course, come in, everybody, come in." Ren's nephew is
Oh,
standing there looking sheepish.
Did you forget, Calvin?
Yes.
After I rescued you,
I'm very busy and nervous.
what are you doing with
I
your
don't-
life?
Look, I have stressors.
You can talk to me. I mean, if you ever need to talk.
I want to talk to no.
Last time I talked to him, he fell down the stairs.
Yeah, exactly. And he like shows you he's a big gash on his
Wait,
eyebrow.
it's still. You should get that looked at.
No, it's like a scar.
Oh, wait,
like-
it actually looks kind of cool, Calvin.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
He gives you like street cred.
What's that?
It makes you look cool. Like you're tough, you know?
Okay.
Like people see that and they think you got it in a fight or something.
I'm kind of more of a pliable person, really.
Yeah, but you don't want people to know that
Oh, why?
because then they'll manipulate you.
This is a very good setup because you look very tough, but then you sound like a gentle and sweet man, and people are like, "Oh my god, isn't he just the cutest cinnamon roll?"
Ren is like, don't give him any ideas, okay? He's got a hard enough time just getting up the stairs. He's not doing great, guys.
He's confident.
How are y'all failing with
I
the
give him a
preparing
shot
with, with the advent of these gods?
Well,
They are not God.
we have not been destroyed yet. I also don't think they're gods.
False gods.
Excellent. No, they're just nuisances.
They're idols,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, but that's
Ooh.
too close to Eidolon, so I don't want
You wait. If does that implies perhaps you might follow something?
Me? No.
No,
I just think they're idols. I think that
Sam.
they're quite literally.
pulling a pamphlet out of his-
man-made
Yes.
objects of false worship.
Yes.
Do you think that they should be destroyed?
I don't know. I mean, I guess if they're nice, no.
Have you ever met any of them that are nice?
Have you met any ever?
Yeah.
All of them that exist.
What? Whoa, hold on. We'll do your birthday thing later. What?
See this scar on my head?
The tree wasn't that bad.
Yeah, but it was. We didn't even meet that one really. It's like if you sneak into someone's bedroom while they're asleep and watch them, you haven't met.
Okay. Ren is like, I'm gonna stop talking about that.
I'm just saying I have a meaning of like-minded people who think that we need solutions
Don't
to this
say that in front of Calvin. He's gonna join, and
Calvin
you
is
don't want
instantly. That was literally the next thing I was gonna say.
it.
Calvin is like, oh, do you have a pamphlet?
I do.
Why, thank you. Tamsin's like, I'm in.
You're Etton's problem now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Auntie Ren has a booth reserved for your birthday.
Oh, you knew I was coming.
Oh, is there
So
a special birthday noodle?
there's a special birthday noodle. It's a soup, with,
Exciting.
beef and
Keep
seaweed,
it seaweed, yes.
and one very, very, very long noodle.
It's extra long.
But is it? I like to think that the length is also based on how old you are.
It is.
Like
it is.
each year, it gets like another like
26 noodle units
it's just-
long.
Yeah.
It's a family's worth of food.
Well, I probably haven't eaten much in the last 2 weeks, so it's probably fine.
We all
Yeah, you can
Chop.
have pieces of it.
Nadisha is looking through it for like the spiky thing that you
The
put.
couch room. The
Yeah.
lucky couch room.
What? Nobody yet said they're not spiked. How do you know it's going to be a good
How
year?
do you do that in a noodle? I mean,
It's
that's
a-
impressive.
I
It's a
thought
big
maybe
noodle.
razor wire or something.
Right? Like that is how I cut the noodles.
You just eat.
Why are you so bright? I mean, you're always bright, but like
It's just
you're like literally
Aurora.
bright right now.
No.
The entire so the room that you're
on a
in,
children's TV
the
show.
room that you're in is like a little like private booth room, and it is
It's like
It's
the
like-
Pope room at Buca de Beppo.
Okay.
and the light coming out is pretty intense.
Canonical thing right now is that Buca de Beppo exists in Vescarre.
Sure, yeah.
This is exactly Buca de Beppo.
I don't know Buca de Beppo. I don't know what that is.
It's like
It's an Italian.
mid-tier Italian
family
cuisine.
style.
Oh,
And
okay.
one,
Maybe like a half a step above a fast food.
and one of the
Okay.
rooms has a giant lazy Susan with the Pope wax bust and an acrylic cube on it. And when you spin it, the Pope is like,
Oh my God, that's Yes, we can make this. This
Do they
is
update the popes?
I don't know. I haven't been back since we got a new pope.
there's an Eton bust in this room.
Wow, Stan, your religion travels fast.
Sweet.
Okay, can I try to help Shibble figure out why they have changed color
Yeah.
by like using my arcane sense
Sure.
to? Can I like? Do you want to make an introspection check? And I give you an
Sure.
advantage?
Yeah, instincts.
Instinct. Crit
Woo! Okay, but with advantage too.
for advantage.
Advantage.
Shibbol's like, have you ever heard of the idea of like, it was one of those things for like what to do about like nuclear waste of like bioengineering creatures that change color if they get to radiation.
Oh, yeah, like an indicator?
Yeah, that's
Like the canary in the coal mine.
Oh no.
The gerbil in the
Am I an
nuclear
omen?
waste.
Wasteland.
wasteland.
No,
I
Am
think
I a harbinger?
I think you are.
yeah, but the thing you're harbinging is yourself being wherever you are.
Well, that's
I
what
think on
hazard
your
base
crit.
is.
How are you helping? Do you
Grandpa.
think?
I am sort of okay. You know how in a lot of like folk mythologies they have like pretty girls with like braids in their hair and then like 2 little candles and things like that,
Yeah.
or I like braid the mentacles into like a special Vexen like folk plait
Yeah.
that is a power, and I guess take 2 candles from the tables and like stick them and
Well,
light
now
them
you have-
dualistically.
And put it on the table. More power.
and that like imbues Shibble with extra power, I guess, to help them understand themselves.
Okay. Yeah. What do you think is happening?
I mean, you keep saying cryptically sideways in like no but humans. You keep hinting that I am some sort of divine being. And I think my divinity stat just leveled up.
Okay.
That is my guess.
You dim on this realization,
Oh, shit.
not in a bad way, in a way where all the light coalesces onto a part of your head that comes out of your horns and spins between the tips of your horns into a halo.
Shibble, did you just become an eidolon?
I don't know. I think
Shibble, do you
so.
want to join my religion?
Did I? Am I an eidolon now? Is that what's happening?
They
Well,
quit.
Answer me, damn it.
Yeah, that's fair. No, that's a fair point. I think
What am I?
on your crit, you are sure, or I guess maybe a better way to say this is you are unsure of what's happening necessarily, but you are sure you are not an eidolon. You're not far from.
It's
Ooh.
so perfect that like today we were talking on the Discord about the version of Who Let the Dogs Out about Shibble. It was just what the hell is that?
Fox?
Then?
Hey.
Fox.
Bro.
What the hell is that thing?
Wow.
When did I say eat?
You did it. That was just us.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you think that you are one more step closer, maybe, to being an
Ooh.
eidolon.
oh.
Nadezhda berets her actions.
Is that a
Not for the
good
first
thing?
time today.
I don't know. I mean, I think it means I'll have to kill you when you become an eidolon, which I don't want to do. So let's try not.
Yeah.
Okay.
I already have to maybe kill Imogen someday, and I don't want to do that either.
When you are looking at the soup contract, find out the name of the soup company.
Oh, yeah. Do you want? Well, no,
It's the
she's
soup
not
company.
gonna have me look at it. Marceau said I
Is
was
it like a
incompetent.
subsidiary of a mega corporation or something?
Do you think they're my believers? I think
The-
the
I mean,
super
they-
manufacturers.
You have a lot of believers.
There's got to be,
I mean-
like a major food, like a Monsanto kind of.
There are ecologies.
Yeah,
one of
for their
those.
ecology. Yeah.
The streets will flood with clam chowder.
With grapes in it. Oh no!
It's like a Noah's Ark, but instead of water, the flood is just clam chowder.
The rivers shall run white with powder and red with New England powder.
And the triple dipper will rain down from the sky. I think you have a lot of believers, Shibble. I think some
Oh, the coming of the three dippers.
many of the teens of Vescarre.
The Big
seem
Dipper, the
to
Little
believe
Dipper,
in
and
you.
the Baby Dipper.
Perhaps Fuse might believe in you. I think you have a lot of believers.
After I stole their lasagna.
And their god.
Oh yeah, I did.
I feel like you appeared. I don't know. I don't really want to go check on them, but I am curious.
Dang it, I can check on them. I'm due to prank them and annoy them at some point.
Sure. Yeah.
See if they have a shrine for me.
Anyways,
I want to take the Pope bust over to the table, and I want to put the headset on it
Okay.
and try to trick it into thinking that it's like being worn by someone.
Ooh.
oh,
Okay, yeah, I take it
Yeah.
out of the box of mums.
Okay. So in my head, this is a butter sculpture.
it's not a wax figure.
No, it's a butter sculpture.
Oh, I had enough butter for a lifetime.
It's I need to carry the dairy through line. So yeah, I mean, it looks like Nadezhda, I guess.
Yeah, I sculpt it so it
Yeah.
makes it a little bit more.
Wow.
Finesse.
Always
I mean,
been this talented with sculpting.
We used to go to the county fair and do like the butter sculptures. It's like a family thing.
Oh,
give me a finesse check.
we were never allowed to go to the county fair.
15.
15 with
Hope.
hope. On a 15 with hope, you produce a. It looks kind of like Nadezhda.
The bob is not quite blunt enough.
Yeah. So one thing is weird is that it's all the same color of like pale yellow cream.
But that's
It's actually
that's
That
good.
is Nadezhda.
Yeah.
Well, yes, but it's all the same color, like as in like so from here up, like you wear beige,
Okay.
and this is looking for beige, but the skin color looks the same, so it kind of counts.
I take off my outer sweater vest and put it on the.
Okay,
We'll
yeah.
have to stop by the dry
I give
cleaner.
you an advantage of 2.
I think I take the little mouth and make it into a frown.
That's the final thing, the final little touch, and the headset clicks on.
Hello. I would like to meet.
There's like silence for a brief moment, and then like distant like voice.
Pick up, please.
Hi. Who gave you this number?
I put it on speaker.
Hi. Who gave you this number?
Hello.
Hello.
He was
Who is
part of a
this?
team that tried to
Nadezhda.
attack me, and I spared his life.
Nadezhda. Oh,
Yeah.
hi. I can see that you're in public, so that's not going to work for us.
We're in a private room.
In
Yeah,
Buca
private
de
bathroom.
Vexo.
The private room inside of Infinite Noodle.
Oh my god.
Brand new Buca de Vexo franchise.
I think make a presence check for me.
12 with hope.
A 12 with hope. You are anticipating a conversation, and it is a not. You simply hear her voice say, Alina Vesht say, please call me when you are in private.
I pack up the butter sculpture.
I think on a 12 with hope, I'm going to give you a little bit of a detail. She says, Laterre has ears everywhere.
Mhm. I mean, we know that to be
Yeah,
true.
if we need to go to somewhere where the tier doesn't have ears, then good luck.
But yeah, so call me in private. Please.
Okay, I want to look at this deed. Oh, wait, hold on. Put my contract reading glasses on.
How sweaty is that?
I don't think it is.
Because
feel
the
like it's
party hat is
not.
on top of the helmet.
Yeah, you know, I feel like you
There
had.
might be a little wax on it.
Yeah,
but-
there's a little wax on it, maybe.
Also, Shipple's pretty chill.
Yeah, she was pretty chill, and also you were literally frozen in time for a good period there. Your hat just fell off.
Oh, I'm so
I know.
sorry.
I'm
I'm not going to attempt to fix it. I
gonna say
think
this.
I'll
We're
make
gonna
it
go to
worse.
break,
Okay.
and then we'll do the rest of this, the deed after. Okay.
Okay.
So everybody we'll be back in like 10 or 15 minutes. It is cake break. That means
Cake break.
they
break.
eat cake and take pictures of the cake that you eat and post them in the Discord. Yay! And we'll be back. Hang out. Happy birthday.
We're going back.
Yeah,
Hello.
we couldn't
We're back.
handle
Hello.
not. We
Hi.
need to be monitored.
I was educating
Or like a
everybody.
whoopee.
Yeah, exactly.
Am I
About
pronouncing that one right?
I
A
think so.
whoopee?
Whoopee. Like WOBIE.
I was
I don't know that.
educating people about sacraments
it is-
and Tumblr tropes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Important things. What cake did you have?
We
had
we discovered that Sam is a drowned rat man.
and so is Max right now, kinda.
Man, okay.
Where were we?
I'm actually trying to track that right now.
We were
Open the
getting
deed.
a contract.
I have a special environmental stat block for inside the helicopter travel.
But
'Cause
we're
I had a
in
feeling
the
that this was gonna.
helicopter.
I know. I just thought I knew that it was gonna go sideways.
Oh yeah.
So there's things we didn't get to use that I wish we had.
Well, we
Or are
might
we
be
getting
in it
back in?
again.
Oh, maybe, yeah, that's a good point.
I assume I can't just be loose forever.
That's true. That is true.
You did establish like 5 corporations are tracking me at all times.
Okay.
What time of day is it?
It's like 5.
Yeah, it's like 5. Probably a little later, actually. I'm gonna say like 6 or 7. So it's evening.
Appropriate time to be eating a large amount of noodles.
You guys are going over document.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
we'll do this as like more like downtime sort of over the table.
Okay.
So we don't get too into the weeds on it. But
I want the deed and I want my own contract. Those are the 2 things I want to look at.
what are you
What about
looking
Shipple's
for?
contract?
Well, Shibble Smurso didn't want me to look at it.
Okay.
I
Does
don't.
Shibble care if you share the contract?
I'll share.
Okay,
Okay.
so we'll look at that one.
So we have 3 documents.
Yeah.
So first is deed.
Mm-hmm.
What are you looking for in deed?
Just to understand why she would have wanted it.
Oh, I think she pretty much told you. I mean,
That she wants the magic, but like, what is? The
I think the
magic?
theory would be that if she owns the stamp, then she can decrypt anything. That was my understanding.
so if she basically completes the merger,
Yeah.
right? Then she can take the sort of magic of being the phrased heir.
But when I rolled that roll, it implied that I would still be it also. So you were like, this leaves you with a question.
So
Why?
basically, it's like she's working on a theory,
Uh-huh.
But
and
like,
you're working on another theory.
does destroying the property also, is that enough to be considered completing the merger?
No, she does. I don't. Her sense of the theory doesn't include destroying the property.
So I guess then, if I already know that, what I would be trying to figure out in this moment is, and perhaps I would ask Ren for advice on this. I assume I cannot hold on to this forever. Should I sign it to, well, I guess, should I try to hold on to it? Should I sign it to Miss Monks, or should I sign it to Imogen, or should I sign
Or-
it to some other
Or
party?
my LLC?
Not giving you the phrased magic.
I think Tamsin
Corrupt
suggests the possibility of tracking down the unnamed heir, or
Oh,
the unnamed sibling.
you want our big our secret big brother? Give him this?
I think, yeah. I mean, she's gonna lay it out a little bit here. She's like, I have been trying to destroy this family since I can remember.
Oh, I love that. Wow, we should have talked more. I'm sorry.
I've
Cordelia
been
did that,
saying
but
that
not
the whole
on
time.
purpose.
So, yeah, I mean, you are the one that left. That's all I'll say to that. But I have been researching the invisible branch of the family for a while. Because my goal was to foment a revolution against us
With them?
with them. Because who could hate the phrase more than the people who?
Are born just to die at our hands to give us the stopgap?
Yep,
Yeah, that's pretty bleak.
Nobody hates Thrace more than Thrace.
exactly. And what if the phrase ended the phrase? Like that's sort of been my MO in all of this. Why don't we do you want to know what this was in this ledger? Like this sibling tracker?
Yeah. I can't read it, and that's weird because I can read pretty much everything else that we have.
I know why.
Because he has it?
No. So in the stopgap, you needed 2. This is also double bound.
Oh, so do 2 of us need to read it?
Yes.
Is it us 2, or does it have to be us and him?
No, it can probably just be us.
Okay, well, I guess.
So I was gonna read it with him
Uh-huh.
to find who the others were.
You know who he is?
Yes.
Where is he?
We'll get into that later.
Okay.
He's nearby, actually.
Oh.
He works at Transair Ecology.
Oh, another corporation. Lovely.
So when she says it's nearby, she means across the river, essentially.
Yeah. Helicopterable distance.
I don't think she's gonna tell you a name. This is leverage she has. I think she's gonna just be like, I'm not willing to throw myself away in this moment. I have a thing of value, and right now it's reading the rest of this ledger.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe in the future, I trust you enough to tell you a name. But I will decrypt the ledger myself. You can participate in the ritual with me.
Yeah.
But you're not allowed to read it.
Sure.
I will dispense the information as I see fit.
Sure. That's fine. I have a bunch of other problems I'm trying to solve right now.
One of us might have to kill the other one.
How do we know that you're going to tell no lies?
I'm sorry, what?
Then how do we know that you're going to tell no lies?
Was that a coded message?
I guess you'll have to trust me. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I'm just playing with the phrase slaying dagger. Yeah, I'll trust you. We'll try not to kill each other.
I mean, I will kill you if I need to be clear.
Okay.
I don't want you to have a delusion that I, care or am interested in being around you or
I just
anything.
Cards on the table. If you kill Cordelia, we'll kill you.
That's what you think.
That's so good. Sam, you're a good friend.
Thank you.
I mean,
And-
Cordelia might tell you to let me kill him. That's possible.
That is actually
Okay, that's an exception. If Cordelia says it's okay, you can kill Cordelia. But otherwise, we will take revenge.
Dad.
wow. You have
Cordelia said it's okay if you said it's okay.
you have picked up on my psyche quite quickly for us having been separated.
I read
for so
all
long.
of your journals, remember?
Yeah, that's right. I forgot. Okay, well, we can decode this ledger when we have time later. And then we can try and give this deed to this unnamed man.
I don't know that we should necessarily do that. I just want you to consider that.
Okay, I'll consider it.
I don't. There are questions I still have about how any of this works. I don't necessarily know that they'll even be able to do anything.
Do you trust him?
I trust him more than I trust you.
Fair.
I trust him more than I trusted Errol. I trust him more than I trusted mother or father.
Okay.
You trust him more than you trust the sister who found you in prison.
Do you think he
Got you
couldn't have found
out?
me in prison?
He didn't find you in
He
prison.
doesn't know I exist. Or he does, but he doesn't know we're related.
So you trust him more than the sister who found you in prison, who
Yeah.
got you out of prison,
Yes.
who dragged you through a god apocalypse.
How many times
and
has
kept
he
you safe.
abandoned me?
Christ.
Look, it's not gonna be solved in like one noodle dinner, okay?
I understand.
This
I
is gonna
want
take years of family therapy.
I
No!
want to plant a seed that perhaps the fact that you were not mentally there while your sister rescued you and cared for you 4 days when you were helpless might be something you
I was
take into
being cared for.
consideration.
You weren't.
You were
They
never
had
dead.
abandoned y'all.
You definitely would have died.
Well, sure. Okay. So you didn't quite kill me. Congratulations.
You're smarter than
look,
this. Anyway,
you don't go to a
continue.
priest and expect them to be great.
Fair.
Continue.
I'll work on writing thank you notes for all of these very surprising gifts. Including the world's okayest boss mug I put on the center of my desk in my office.
Which I will remind you does have a tracking bug in it.
You
Yeah.
guys could hear Aaron and Aaron with an E.
Oh, they arrived.
Oh.
Oh no, they're in the office.
They're in the office.
Okay, that's the need.
Clam chowder off the floor.
No, you hear them say something about, what the fuck did you do? There's a hole.
Oh no. I think only Sam hears this though.
Yeah, you don't have the bug broadcast.
Oh, yeah. That's
Wow.
true. Right. Yeah, you get text updates when
Transcripts. Oh, okay.
it's a poorly done transcript.
So I guess I'll tell her I will consider this as an option. As far as I see it, my other options were hold on to this forever, which I do not want to do. Give it to League of Monks, which I very much do not want to do. I don't know what she would do with this magic. And then give it to Imogen. And frankly, Imogen was scaring me with how divine she was. Because I hate the gods. Or rather, I think they should not exist. And I just don't want her to have extra power to do that. So I will consider your option. It is very appealing, actually.
You hate the gods?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but you hate the gods. She looks right at you.
Shibbol's not a god yet.
I don't think Shibble's going to be a god, but Shibble certainly has a halo.
I know.
Yeah. We just try to ignore it, like a lot of things that happen to Shibble.
Touch the halo.
Best not to
You
think
can try,
about
yeah. Your head just goes right through it. It's like
I'm making a lightsaber noise.
yeah, it's like a lightsaber. Yeah. You
it.
giggle.
Hang out with Shibble long
giggle.
enough, you learn to ignore these things.
Listen, we just have to not believe in Shibble in the god way, okay? And so then maybe Shibble can stay Shibble.
And there's no one else I'd rather be.
When Morella became an eidolon, she stopped being herself. And I don't think Shibble would want to stop being themselves.
I didn't get the sense that Imogen stopped being herself.
No, I didn't either. It's very weird.
She's different, but she
Was Imogen like
feels like
a real jerk beforehand? Because like
No, she's almost sweet, I would say.
I
She
mean,
was just mean to you because you said her drawings were bad.
that's fair. Do you have any of those apology cards? I need to...
Yeah, here you go. Just the big
It says
card.
it says thank you, and you cross it out.
And it says sorry for your loss, and you cross out for your loss.
Yeah. Sorry for your art.
Oh, it's so mean.
She also was not wrong in that you tried to chase down a very powerful being, but I recognize it was from a nice place.
Thank
So thank you for
Where did
trying.
she go?
Imogen?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was on the helicopter.
No, she
No,
wasn't.
No,
she-
she went with.
She teleported back to the
She
front.
disappeared. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know where she went.
Try not to concern myself with what she's up to.
I'm pretty sure she's not actually aligned with
with Ardent.
Neu.
No, she wants her revenge. She wants to destroy Ardent by creating her own god. Or turning Arden Scott against. I don't know. It's complicated. Why are we so complicated?
That's why I want to just burn it all down. You know?
Yeah, I
mean,
really get it.
I hate us. I hate us. You guys hate us. I hate us more. I promise.
I don't hate you. You're a teenager.
Look,
Anyway,
as far as I'm concerned, almost all of the priests that suck are dead.
so
Who's left?
We suck. With
Well,
what?
there's all those people from the prison.
Yeah, those guys are.
I guess a lot of them aren't priests so much as people who work for priests necessarily.
But I still.
The worshippers.
Yeah, that part weirds me out, but I feel responsible for them. I don't want bad things to happen to them. They're just misguided regular people.
How many of them are actually priests?
Oh, none of them.
So
They don't keep them close, as far as I can tell.
how many people do we think that our priests are still alive? And, you know what?
None of them are phrased.
But I mean,
All of
like,
them.
outside. But in
Like
general,
our family.
we know 4 people who are priests that we know for sure are alive.
I think there are only
Our
3.
aunt doesn't count.
Yeah, Araminta,
Oh.
she got booted right before the trial.
She left on her own.
If that's Imogen.
Oh, that was the scandal.
Mhm.
Imogen, you mean?
No, Imogen's
No.
mother.
Araminta,
Araminta.
So just Imogen.
the
so
rapist
Imogen doesn't
one.
count.
Well, I don't know. I don't know how this works. I have other more interesting things to deal with than whether or not Imogen is a quote unquote priest.
I mean, I'm just saying, if your goal is to destroy all the priests, you're almost there.
My goal isn't to destroy the priests, like the people. My goal is to destroy the priests, the concept, the entity.
I would argue you've succeeded.
Well, thank you. That's actually very kind of you. I don't quite think I'm there yet. I still have to free all of our worshippers. That's next on the list.
Interesting.
That's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's confusing because a lot of them don't want to. But
Be
they
free.
Don't
They
worry
don't want
about these 100 of them over here.
What? You have 100 what?
He took 100 of the 100 of them betrayed me and went to work for Sam.
Well, then they are 3.
Which
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the choice. they make.
I can appreciate
I mean,
it.
people can choose to do whatever they want. That's fine. That's not the point. The point is, I think they should be able to,
Yeah,
right?
I let them leave.
You let them leave,
Well, I let them choose to go with Sam.
but you just didn't like smite them or something.
Well, yes,
That's what
that
I'm-
is what living is.
And also, like, I feel like with most of those people, if you had asked them not to leave, they wouldn't have.
Arden wanted me to force them to sign contracts and stay, and I didn't. Because they want to reestablish the salt lines, they want to reestablish the Lenda Kerr line. I still don't know what that is,
Someone in
but I am funneling it.
someone in the chain of our management has decided on this crazy idea to send an expedition to the west. So there's that.
It'll never work.
Linda Kerr is like really important for the hardware stuff.
Hmm. Well, if they stopped letting their hardware get stolen by Nico Letaire, maybe they wouldn't need it as much.
He doesn't really steal it. He more breaks it. I'm kind
I
of like,
saw him take it with him.
oh yeah, I mean,
Wait, how do you know about Nico Letaire?
I told you, I've been doing my research.
So maybe we should compare notes.
We
We're not
got-
gonna, because this is the most straight answers we've ever gotten.
And maybe we can find your brother?
I
Talk to your
this has
brothers
been
all the time.
your entire quest has been to get someone who will actually answer questions. This,
What do you got?
you achieved your life goal.
I can't answer every question, but what do you want to know? I'll say what I can say.
Where is Nicola Ter?
I don't know.
What does he want?
I mean, the story is he wants to die.
I mean, I'd like to help him with that goal.
He can't die.
Nadesha looks at her orb of soul capture. Oh no, he can't. Oh, it's a
Oh no, we
conundrum.
stuffed him in the box of moans.
What about Mordborg? We fought him in a terrible milk
Do
battle.
you know who they are?
They're the
To each other?
founders.
Yeah, they're the founders. No.
They were, one of them was the other student, right?
Yeah.
And then they had a falling out.
And Laterre had a student too,
Yeah, Fisher.
the Hope Fisher.
I don't know if maybe I'm just not paying attention, but I totally missed or didn't remember that.
Well, Libby does the transcripts and also is working on compiling all of our lore right now, so.
The Hope Fisher
I
was
remember a lot of
Laterre's
things.
student.
Mhm.
Nobody knows what happened to him. There's conflicting stories.
So
Pretty
what,
sure he's dead.
what is he making my brother do?
I think he wants another student. I think he wants to
The
meet a
last one's
student
dead.
that can kill him.
Oh.
Might be Leo. He's talked to Leo, right?
He has Ozzy.
See, right.
Leo is afraid of the same fate that has happened to Nico Laterre. Leo is worried that he will not ever die.
Leo's worried about a lot of things right now.
He's doing a good job.
How to talk to Shovel, for example.
You know
Oh my
what?
god, they
Know what's the brother on top of the spire meant?
that was both of them.
Yes.
It was an effigy of some sort. Or not, I'm sorry, not an effigy, like a monument. Ozzy made it. It was both of them. It was symbolic. It was an accident. They're both very powerful.
Do you know why Morkborg tried to mess with the Spire?
I'm not exactly sure. I think it has something to do with his desire to complete the project of Vescarre.
That's right, because Nico wants to end it, and Mordborg wants to, one of them wants to destroy it, and one of them wants to complete it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nico wants it to end, and Mordborg wants it to finish. It's apparently stuck. We're stuck. We're not supposed to be here.
Mm.
According to who?
The original plans.
What does an unstuck Vescar look like?
But do you know what the plan was?
Yeah, it's like a god king.
These stupid gods. They're gonna call down the vexing god.
They're not gods. They are nuisances.
I need to know more about this vexing god. This is
Oh, he-
totally different. I know nothing about
sucks.
this. I know that the stories are like, God is to be ignored or forgotten or
Yeah,
whatever.
because he's ultra powerful.
Yeah, it's not even that God is to be ignored, it's that God is to be kept away at all costs.
Yeah, like,
No, it isn't.
I know that's not the actual religion, but based on what I've seen, I think that's maybe what it should have been.
God has God's business. You do your business. That's all. You don't go into other people's
God has to do laundry on Tuesdays or something. On Moore's days.
We had to sing him to sleep.
Yeah,
We got a whole town to sing Vexing God to sleep.
I had to lead the village of Ubayakali in song.
You've been to Vex?
Yeah. That's where I was when you tried to contact
Oh,
me.
yeah.
You didn't know you could get to Vex through the Spire?
That I did not know. What? Why don't we just have trade routes directly through the Spire?
Well, it's not the easiest thing in the world, and also the people who know it don't want anyone else to do it
Why?
because
Hey.
it's more power for them if the knowledge is limited. Also, the other side blew up, so that's kind of a Morgborg thing. The Vex side kind of exploded.
Okay.
And there's a lot of rotten milk. It was gross.
So
Can
Is
I?
that a metaphor?
Okay,
No.
can I when Sam said that, my instant thought was, don't give her the idea of this is how to destroy the priests. Do I see any recollection of her?
I think she's unambiguous in the fact that she's showing interest
Uh-huh.
in things that can destroy the Fraists.
Okay.
Although I think she also, you get the sense that your sister is a bit of even a revolutionary, but like a true believer in absolute Fraist annihilation.
Yeah.
right?
Like a phrase acceleration.
Because I don't want us to get in trouble for exposing the mafia.
More of a Fraist nihilist.
And I'm
Just-
worried that her getting that idea is going to make her established. But I mean, you already said
Do you
it.
need me to undo that?
No,
Yeah.
because then, okay, yeah, you can try, but then she's gonna be all angry.
Yeah, I'll do a recant to try to make him forget that.
Okay.
This is why I have this bit, because inevitably I'll say something I shouldn't. And forget it.
Which part is being forgotten?
It's the last minute of conversation.
I was just curious what the thing was.
Oh, it's recant under Book of Corvax. Is the ability?
Oh, it's part of a book. That's
Yeah.
awesome. What a
Yeah,
good
it's
book.
levitation, recant, and rune circle.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
That's I can't do math. Yeah, that's 15. So that's successful.
Okay, so I'm going back. No, God does God's business.
Oh, I'm sorry. They need to do a reaction roll.
Oh, what is it?
I'm not supposed to be the one who's
15.
going to roll. 15.
This is on a 15-day pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
9.
Okay, yeah. So they
No,
forget
6.
they
Or-
forget the last minute of our conversation.
Yeah. So she just goes, "What? Got us to do laundry on Moore's Day?"
God does whatever God does on Morse Day. Not your business. That's the whole point. You
Yeah,
go
but-
into other.
Look, I'm
No,
not
listen-
saying
Listen to me.
that alternates are better. I'm
Okay,
just
well,
saying
okay,
I don't
here-
understand the
here's thing,
theology.
right? It's a two-way street. We don't mess in God's business, and
Yeah.
God doesn't mess in our business. And
Exactly.
I'm just saying either party can break that
Yeah.
deal. And if the Vexen Gods decides to break their end of it, that's just as bad as us breaking our end of it.
I would say it's worse.
Well,
That
worse,
is
but
fair.
like,
Basically, if we have every
That is
time we
fair,
get a new
yes.
god in Vescarre, this is what our research has indicated. It attracts mild parts of the Vexen god's attention. And we would not like the Vexen god in our business, as stated by Nadeshda.
and Mortborg was probably trying to get his attention.
Why?
I don't know, but he put a spell on me that put the Vexen god's attention on me, I think. Temporarily, it's gone now, Imogen said. If we trust what she says.
Where does the Vexen God come from?
Outside.
Way the hell out there,
Not here.
thankfully.
So
Outside of reality.
okay, you got. I'm sorry, I don't understand what that means.
Good.
You're not
Not your
supposed
business.
to.
Okay, cool.
We don't understand.
As long as we're on the
anything.
same page,
No.
not a clue what's
I
going
just
on
know
there.
that the gods attract his attention. So that's why there should not be more gods.
Why?
I'm assuming because of the huge exhaustive energy, but I'm not sure. I didn't get that far in my research of how magic of the world works before my research partner disappeared.
Hmm.
The mushroom girl.
There's a lot.
So,
There's a lot
Oh,
of-
she has the dream space.
Yeah.
so how do we get to this dream space?
Go to sleep.
Oh, so you do have to practice lucid dreaming.
Truly, Ozzy is a savant at lucid dreaming. He has
Are you saying that we could contact
complete
Azure?
mastery of it.
through
It's crazy.
dreams?
Yeah, Azure is there sometimes.
Okay.
Sybil, you could, maybe.
You want to take a nap?
Yeah, I'll go to sleep right now.
Do we want to look at the soup contract? Soup contract and what else?
I wanted to look at my own contract. I finally have it. I've never seen this thing. I've been wanting to get to it for.
It just says the word soccer and a bunch of exclamation points.
I've been wanting to look at it for literally like 11 years at this point.
It has a lot. There's a lot of paper here.
Yeah.
This is like not a like the deed is like a title, right?
Uh-huh.
This is like hundreds of pages. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's going to take some time to get through. Tamsin is like, I have no interest in reading that at all.
I'm sure you don't.
I'm going to eat soup.
How big is the soup contract?
Much smaller.
Should we look at the soup contract?
Soup contract.
Tamsin's eating soup. So what are you guys looking for in the soup contract?
I think anything that stands out, anything that we're like, oh no, like, anything that would make us go like, oh, damn it.
Also, does that hook Shibble into a megacorp in any way?
Oh yeah, you wanted to fight out
Yeah.
the parent company.
Oh, the parent company. Okay.
That would definitely be in the contract.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it would be anyone, it would be Fraser Arcology.
Give me one of you can make it a group roll. It's a knowledge roll. All of you are going to go over the paperwork together, I assume.
Yeah.
Whoever's going over the paperwork is going to give the roll.
Wow.
Oh,
That's really good for me.
really bad.
Who's going to be the leader on this?
Okay, I'm going to take advantage because I have
I guess I'll lead. I
Okay.
mean, I know that's kind of unfair because I already
No, but
rolled
I think that in my head you were already.
Yeah, I think narratively that's
contract. Okay, and because you did sweetly say you had wanted me to look at it, I wasn't there, but you did. Okay, so
and also Shibble's sleeping right now.
that's right. You're taking a nap. Oh, the
Shibble's
trust.
trying. I feel like there's a part of me that's like Shibble's just eyes closed, like but not asleep, just like
Listening.
laying there.
It's like when a puppy is like falling asleep.
Yeah.
They don't want to be, so
Yeah.
they're just like laying there and they're
It's
like,
like a nap attack.
I mean,
Yeah.
Shibble can't fall asleep until someone reads their story.
Yeah.
And drives them in the car.
We're reading the contract out loud. Okay,
drink
so
the warm milk off the windowsill.
So I got a 23.
you got 23.
I got a 5.
Okay, so +1 -1 that cancels. Did you roll? You're asleep.
13.
Is that a pass or a fail?
It's a fail.
So -1. Okay.
Ah.
So it is with fear, but it's 23 + 2 -1, a 24
We
with
really
fear.
dragged you down on that.
Yeah. I rolled an 11 and a 12 on my dice, and I have a +2 on knowledge.
All right, on a 24, you said
Yeah.
with hope or fear.
with fear.
Oh god, I use this. Okay, so
Oh wow,
on
yeah.
a 24 with
scary
fear,
numbers.
you identify a subsidiary company that is a subsidiary company of Vescarre Arcology.
Okay. Soup company. Is there anything else concerning I need to find in here?
So the soup can company
Mm-hmm.
is owned by the eggshell company that is owned by
Council.
Vescarre Arcology.
They get a bad rap.
Wow, Sam, at least you were more creative with the name of your shell company.
And what was the other part?
Oh, just is there anything I need to be concerned about? Like she had mentioned Shibble's likeness, which I'm very concerned about.
likeness
as-
is 100% in perpetuity.
As Shibble's boss, I do not want
Okay.
Shibble's likeness taken.
But Shibble's likeness changes a lot.
It-
Is this only Shibble's likeness at the time of signing the contract, or is it any?
It's any possible likeness of Shibble.
any permutation.
possible-
Yes. So it's like
All of
it's
the
any way that
Shibble
you end
use.
up looking counts as a likeness.
Okay.
Which means that it's possible to retroactively sue for this. Because if somebody just happens to draw you in a way that you end up looking in the future, then they could sue for it.
They're coming for the Shibble fan.
Yeah,
right
they are
here.
definitely coming for the Shibble fans.
Oh no.
What was the other part? What was the question?
Just
See
anything
Leo
else concerning
furiously
that I would get.
deleting his entire fan fiction account.
What should I be redlining here? Obviously, I need to
think it
redline the
is-
likeness thing.
There is a clause that says that they have unique control.
Unique? Or
Unique,
unique.
as in nobody else can have control
Ooh, over Shibble
over Shibble.
themselves, not
Yeah.
just the soup.
But I thought part of the deal that they claimed they were making is that to it also continue to be with Cordelia.
They never mentioned me.
But what they mean is rights
Oh,
specifically. So Shibble could not be reproduced by any other corp.
Oh well, that's probably
That's
good.
kind of good.
But we
right?
also
Yeah,
don't want
we
them
all
to
need that
reproduce
one.
you. Okay, here's the deal,
We
Shibble.
could all make a contract with
Mhm.
ourselves. that
They own
likeness can't
all
be-
past, present, and
Or-
future
and that-
versions of you.
Ourselves can't
Which
be
is-
reproduced involuntarily. Which is,
Bad.
Mhm.
But they also say nobody else can own those versions of you, which like
which no one can right now.
shrug. I don't know. So I would give Velo to mess with those two parts of the contract. And then just for your knowledge, this reports up to Fern's heir.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm going to
Overall, very good contract. You're very
Yeah.
well compensated.
Here is the
They're
thing.
paying you more than I'm allowed to. But I am giving you that raise, remember? Here you go.
Hooray.
Well, and we
Thanks,
also
boss.
know that
You're
the
welcome.
unknown phrase also works for Friends or Arcology.
Yeah, so Shibble
In
could
some
be our way
capacity.
in. How would you feel about being a spy?
I think I could do it.
Let's get
Dribble.
I'll pencil you in for that particular cell.
You are becoming powerful.
It's true.
Have you noticed your halo?
Yeah.
Have you noticed what
Womp.
companies are doing with people like you?
Womp.
Have you tried being less worshipable?
What do you want me to do?
I don't know, kick a baby?
Oh, who's got a baby?
We'll find you a baby to kick.
Three parents in the restaurant are like fighting with their kids to eat soup.
Sam did have some babies, but
Listen to me. This is another corporation, like Ardent, like the people who tortured you,
Mm-hmm.
like the people who created the giant pig man, and the people who put the god baby in Sam's head.
Wait a
I
minute.
think you need to not sign this contract.
I have
If
an...
you- wait.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I have 200,000 error credits. Would you and we are in a apocalyptic wasteland. Would you and your friend Shep like to start a soup kitchen?
Oh,
soup for free.
I don't think we could spring for triple cheese, but
I mean, I'd put some money into this.
and no one gets your apparently incredibly powerful likeness to make a new nuisance.
I like the sound of that. I'll have to talk to Marceau about it.
Great, because the Vexans get along with the French so well.
You hear in your like signal like response like alert like just very distantly.
He's bug Shibble as well.
До свидания, comrades.
So here's my thought. These things work by having a group of people with a unified belief in something. What if we schismed the Shibble worshippers so that they were no longer unified and that they were believing multiple different things and therefore did not have enough power to
Like the phrase?
power up Shibble?
We phrased
Yeah.
the Shibble fan
Yeah, we
page?
phrased the Shibble.
That's the only reason we couldn't make a god. I was told it would be the strongest one if we all got along.
The phrase says,
That
like-
would never happen.
Like if they were voting for a leader and they all just voted for themselves so they could never elect anybody.
I don't know about that. All I know right now is I am willing to spend the vast bulk of the fortune that I got from Sam and the dogs
I mean, you don't have to do that. Oh, just
Sam's
in
so
order
god.
to keep you from signing a contract that will make the entire world worse. Oh, this does not feel like Nadezhda saying this.
She's doing a
But it
nice
is
thing.
important for the world.
Are you saying the world would be worse if I became a god?
I am saying the world would be worse if you became a god for a corporation. I am sure of that.
here's one thing I'll say. The world would be worse if any of us became God. It's not about you. It's none of us should be.
Like, what if I'm one of the good ones?
Yeah, but that's also a lot of work.
You
I
prob-
don't feel like you want that kind of stress.
and you saw Morella. She didn't get to choose anything.
Yeah, you wouldn't even be but the other thing, you wouldn't be a god, you would be an eidolon probably. And so you would have to work with someone who's a god, who's probably a jerk.
Probably a meaner boss than what you currently have.
You mean you?
Yeah, I guess so. I try to be nice to Shibble. Shibble's grand boss is evil, but I like to think I might tend towards the side of neutrality. I don't know.
Do you think anyone controls Jehoover? Or does Jehoover get to choose?
So this is a thing that I specifically want to know and don't is we know that they're formed by the beliefs of the people who believe in them, but is that set in stone when they become a god, or will it change if those people change their beliefs over time?
I would assume it's the second. Because the Sky Thigh wasn't born out of anything.
Yeah, but the Sky Thigh wasn't really a fully realized. It was like half of a god.
It was a chicken leg that people really wanted.
Yeah, but it wasn't even solid.
Wasn't it? Oh, it wasn't. It was just illusory. Well,
Because that's the thing. Then you would have to be whatever people thought you were.
What do people think of me?
I think it depends on the person.
Yeah.
A lot of people really like you.
Tamsin, what do you think of me?
She turns around. I don't know, you're a cow.
So I'd be a cow.
I know
I
you and Ozzy are big fans.
But don't you want to be yourself rather than like being defined by other people?
I've always been defined by other people.
You're not wrong.
Here is the thing. I don't know how to make you a god, what they say are gods, or how to not make you what they say are gods. Quite possibly, you could become one as the head of a soup kitchen. But I know it will be worse if you become one in the service of an enormous corporation.
Yeah, if they control your image, they control what you are, and you're what they think you should be, that's not good.
Okay.
I got what I wanted, but I feel so empty.
I realize the irony of us telling Shibble to be themselves and then also telling them what to do. So that is why I did not comment.
You fucked if you do, and you fucked if you don't.
Anyway,
Says
That's the Vescarre city
Tamsin.
motto.
aren't we always, Tamsin?
Mhm. Delightful.
Literally always. Anyways,
Well, thanks for looking over my contract.
Yeah,
I'm
this
gonna
is
go to sleep now.
what I marked. Here you go.
How do I lucid dream?
That's gonna be a separate thing.
All right.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah.
Like, Cordelia, can you Google on my phone how to lucid dream?
I just gave your phone back to you, but okay. How to lucid dream.
Step one, it
I'm-
takes 24
I'm
hours.
I'm playing this lucid dreaming podcast.
Yeah.
Here you go. You listen to it. Hopefully it will work. I don't know. I've never lucid dreamed, but maybe you will.
Well,
Auntie Ren
good
comes
luck
in.
Being rich for a
Welcome
moment.
back, Ren.
Anybody want more noodles?
Yeah. Also, have you heard from Bay at all? What's going on there?
I have not.
We kind of accidentally stole her god.
You know what? She steals everything from everyone else anyway.
So I'm just worried that, like, maybe that might have triggered some fanaticism and chaos at Fuse that might,
Oh, something they were lacking in for sure.
well, even more. Yeah. I don't know.
I don't think that you could possibly hold yourself responsible for the core essence of fanaticism and chaos that
Really?
Yeah.
Fuse
They's the one responsible for that.
is. No, not you are not responsible for that. You didn't invent that.
Oh. That makes me feel better about accidentally stealing their god.
It's such a low bar, kiddo. My God. Such a low bar. But you know what? Good. Happy birthday.
You want to talk about low bars? This is still the best birthday for you.
Well, actually, I don't know. We took kind of a bad turn there, but we did escape without any.
You got lots of presents.
I got lots of presents.
And they weren't sarcastic presents made to make you feel bad, like I assume you've gotten every other birthday.
Miss Monks was just trying to verbally attack me and make me mad, and I stayed fairly calm. And she didn't She actually hasn't physically harmed me at all, ever, which is really weird given her relationship with her other employees.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess we'll take that as a win.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thanks, Ren. We're enjoying the noodles.
I want
right.
to send out a message to my phrase to call a meeting.
Okay.
Do you want? Should we have an all hands, or do you just want your phrase?
This is specifically business of the 100 phrase.
It sounds so epic.
Remember, these are not the ones going to see.
No.
Okay,
the,
cool.
The one's going to see. I think she said it's not going to be.
No, she said it's going to be random ardent people.
Yeah. Which is best case scenario, honestly.
Yeah.
I put Nadira you on the list of people who descend to see, and
Oh,
hand you the list.
but Nadira is like the weakest of the executives. We stand the biggest chance of swaying her.
Nadira fucked with me.
Mm. Oh.
As you guys are talking,
Oh.
I'm splitting up here. A low groan of like shuddering groan, like ripples through your bones.
Oh.
Calvin fall down the stairs again?
Is it another god?
It you see like the increasingly bright hue of pink neon light.
Freaking faux tail.
Just
Don't worry, everyone. It's just a nuisance. And I sort of get up and walk outside.
This faux tail talk.
Not that you've seen. Not that I would say I would go so far as to say not that anybody has
I
seen.
feel like if he
Can I
does, it's just in
communicate with him?
slogans.
He's gone. He walked
just
by. It
went
was like
through.
3 or 4 steps past
Oh.
Like, he can only speak in advertising slogans.
you.
Oh, Ren,
Open.
my friend is sick, and I don't know what they did to him. I don't know why they took him. He hasn't woken up.
Okay.
Tamsin, you didn't see my friend in the dream place, did you?
Who?
It's just like a nasty looking hacker guy. He's an infernus, like
Nasty
Sam.
little hacker guy?
Yeah,
But not me.
but not Sam.
Okay. No, can't say I saw any nasty little hacker guys.
He is.
Maybe he used like a representation that didn't look anything like him.
Oh, you know what? Sometimes when he goes into virtual spaces, he looks like a night elf. So, you know.
Was there anyone besides you and the twins?
Not
Sorry,
that I
the brothers.
saw.
Okay, well, he's when we rescued. Really, we just went to the building because Nadira, you gave me a note saying to free him. And when we got there, that's when we saw everybody was in a bad state. That's when we found you. And you and him were both unconscious. And you woke up and he has not.
Maybe he's stuck in a loop like I was.
He's just a little drug dealing hacker. He
You
shouldn't
need to
mean
do the
anything.
brain trick on him.
The brain trick?
Like what you did to me.
What did I do to you? I
You- you-
don't remember.
You used your look, detect thoughts.
Oh. Yeah, maybe. We could try that. I keep forgetting I have that ability. Yeah, we could try that. Okay. I was just wondering if Ren maybe had heard about anybody going like unconscious for
A
multiple
lot
weeks
of
at a
people are
time.
unconscious right now. There's been
That's
a lot
right.
of damage. A lot of stuff has been happening.
Yeah.
There's no lack of injury or illness. Only the things are honestly only getting worse over time. Ren is sort of like looking around, and you guys can see like out the window, like there's whole streets that are just gone. Just like somebody took a hand and just like ripped through the ground.
It's been a while since
The
we've
spell
been
grid
here.
still isn't working. I think one little detail you guys notice is that the spell grid works. It seems to be slightly more reliable in the low light district right now.
Is it because they're drawing less power?
Or maybe they're just repairing it very slowly.
I mean, I think it's probably more that we have a pretty established network of networks here. We're constantly rebroadcasting, and we have a lot of backups. We built this infrastructure ourselves.
Right, you're not as reliant on the corpse.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Mm.
Okay, well, thank you for all the information and the noodles. It's good to see you.
She gives you a box with a carryout noodle, and it's a confetti noodle, funfetti noodle.
Like the box is made out of a noodle that's woven, like kind of
Woven.
like
Yeah.
box.
It's a dry noodle box, and you have to put it into water.
Does it come with a little packet?
Yeah. Inside there's a little sauce packet. inside.
Marsto will be appalled. Thank you. It's good to see you.
You
It's
too.
been a rough couple of weeks. I should have come here earlier.
You have a busy schedule.
To be fair, I feel like we were here like 2 days ago or something.
It was like 4, but yeah.
So
And every time you come, there's a whole wave of disaster and destruction. So I kind of am
Hasn't-
okay.
I mean, it hasn't happened yet on this time.
Oh, it's usually after.
Sometimes it's after, sometimes it's during.
I steal all of the good luck for myself, probably. With my
She eyes the dagger in your pocket.
She also sees that I'm holding the butterhead sculpture.
Oh,
Yeah, under my arm.
Oh, Sam, you should.
Oh, Sam, don't do that.
Hey, Sam.
It was just gonna melt.
But it clearly someone worked really hard on
I
it.
feel like it's melting, and it's melting into Shibble's mouth.
Like she
Well,
was underneath it.
Well, she
Like,
was trying to
asleep.
lucid
Yeah,
dream.
the mouth open, butter like dripping in like a
Is
popcorn.
it okay
sheet.
if Shibble crashes here while they lucid dream?
Yeah, of course.
Should we keep someone here to like keep an eye on them?
Hmm.
They have to get to work with you in the morning, yes?
I mean, work usually goes a lot better for me when Shibble's there. That's correct.
All right, then we need to get Shibble back to their Shibble habitat.
But it's like if you have a little kid that falls asleep on the ride home, like where you carry them in and put them in the bed.
I feel like you need to sleep properly. You need your heat rock.
Yeah, I give you my midnight spirit to help you carry Shibble home.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, and let's collect Echo as well from my room at Sam's house and bring him with us. So I guess I'll carry.
Wait, where are you going?
You can
To
wake
work
me
eventually.
up, I guess.
Okay, I paused
Take
this
back.
lucid dreaming playlist.
Yeah.
Did it work?
No.
But did you get some rest?
Did you have any dreams about butter?
Yeah.
Was
Maybe it did work. Like, I tasted it.
Wow, that's awesome.
Sam is carrying
I
a half melted
I
visage
take the
of.
head back and look at Ren like, I
Okay, fine, take
I'll
it.
the
I'll
device.
send Ren another. I'll send you another
Okay,
butter
wait.
Actually,
sculpture.
screw this. I have the email.
just want
Reply or not.
I just want to know who makes these.
a Vexen
Can you
place.
give me their contact info?
Sure. Why?
It's just really good work.
Okay.
Sam likes
Look, I'm a
interesting
fan.
constructions.
I'm a fan of butter sculptures. All right.
Okay.
I'm adding depth to my character.
And submarines and battering rams
Okay.
and
Yeah.
all-terrain
So you like.
vehicles.
Okay. So
True
you like.
Renaissance man.
Yeah.
Called character development.
Okay. Yeah. She gives you a contact information for a Vexen Dairy Association.
Of course.
Honestly, now I feel like I'm just have more info on one of my enemies,
The VDA.
the Vex and Dairy Association. Because on my enemies list, the dairy industry is.
Oh, really? Yeah. So the Vexen dairy industry is like, the mafia for milk.
I guess we go wait till tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I would go to my meeting with my phrase.
Oh yeah, your phrase.
Okay. So Tamsin will take you guys back to where?
Oh, I wanted to go back to Sam's house so I can get Echo. And also I didn't think Tamsin would want to take me to High Arcadia. So Sam's house is
I
probably
think she's
best fit.
probably fine with doing that.
Oh, Okay. Well, I would like to get Echo. And I think Sam is staying here to meet with his... Because your place is kind of near Infinite Noodle.
Oh, I was just gonna meet them at the secret base. But
Yeah, your secret
Your base is like it's not super close. Do the friggin' map. Anyway, yeah, it's not super close, but it's in the same district.
That's a good point. I'll just have them meet me here. I'll have them meet me at Infinite Noodle.
Who the
100 people.
the one
Ren, I need to rent out your bathroom.
The sub basement.
There's no sub basement. There's just one.
Sure.
Right, there's no sub basement.
Just like there's no deed.
Sam, you're fondling the butter. And it's all over you. It doesn't look good.
Guys, lucid dreaming is so cool.
I feel like probably the meeting with your 100 people would probably they are ardent employees, so
And be at the base.
tomorrow morning at work with
Oh, they don't.
just-
Those 100,
Yeah, they don't go. They don't.
they've been released.
Yeah,
I mistook that.
and I would want to discuss our plans
Oh, I mean, you need to.
in Arden facility.
I would say that Lady Monks has said specifically that she had not yet assigned people to your group. That would happen tomorrow.
That's a separate thing.
Yeah, that's a separate thing.
Wait, which one are we talking
These
about?
are the 100 people
100
that
out of the
defected.
people
Oh, the
present.
defectors. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. Okay,
The betrayers.
yeah, betrayers. 100 very disheveled and otherwise like normal people arrive, and they're like betrayers.
I'm sorry. Look, okay. Listen, Sam, have your meeting. I walk out the
All right.
door.
If you're not part of this organization, I'm going to have to ask you to politely leave.
There is no door.
Oh, I can't leave?
You can leave. No, there's no like. It doesn't separate. It's just like like somebody pushed out the wall, in the back room.
Yeah, but at this point, I mean, how many people are still here that aren't?
A lot.
All right, we're going to head on over to the secret base.
Sam said, if
You
you...
just made us walk across town. I was like, I can't fly 100 people. That would be
No.
hours.
No, that's not what I was proposing.
Oh,
I was
okay.
saying if you're interested in Sam's organization, this is his meeting.
I'm only interested insofar as it's a way to irritate people around me.
I mean, that is one of the check boxes that we have on the why are you interested?
Okay, cool. Then yeah, I'll go. I'll meet you there. Where is it? What are the coordinates?
I'll be in touch because I think this
I
meeting.
don't have a phone.
I give them the info for Etten because I want to assign them to the church division.
Okay.
Oh, she's going to be a cardinal.
Okay.
Cardinal
Cool.
Tamsin.
I'll be there. I'll meet you there.
All right.
She flies off and leaves you guys there.
Yeah, so all of her 100 people all march to the street.
Tammany's like hanging on to the roof of the helicopter, like woo.
It can be a classic West Wing walk and talk.
Yeah, exactly.
But just you and 100
Talk
people.
with 100.
Be 100 people, Jaime.
And then I'll tell one person, and then they'll tell the person behind
Yeah.
them.
And this walk and talk doesn't end in a submarine.
Well, we'll see where the night.
Okay, so you guys walk over to the secret lair. The secret lair has like signs on it, not signs, like posted stickers on it that are like condemned.
Are those new?
Yeah, they're new.
Maybe Fuse put them up.
Do they seem legit?
They don't seem like it. There is no organization in the city that would govern or regulate that. These are purely Fuse.
Anyway.
Sam, they are right next door.
Okay, so let's get to business.
Some of the stickers say like "Go next door" instead. Spend a beer.
Uh-oh.
You say what you're gonna say.
Okay, listen. I'm dividing you up. 10 cells, 10 people. 8 of you are going to be every corp except Art. So, there's 9 corps, 9 megacorps. If we exclude Ardent, that's 8, 10 to each corp. And your job is to create a cell and go infiltrate them to try to stop them if they haven't created a god. They have created a god. Get whatever information you can and disrupt them at however you can. You'll go separate from here, find your own place, your own headquarters. I will be sending you with a 200,000 IC cash as a war chest.
Wow.
Each
Each
set.
cell, not each person.
Yeah. 10 of you will be the church division led by Etten. Thank you, Etten.
You're
And
welcome.
your job is to try to convince people that God should not exist. And Etten has more details on that, but your goal will be to spread this message to the people and get as many converts as you can. The final 10, you're going to stay at headquarters and work with me on Ardent. So 90 of you need to leave.
Wouldn't it be easier to just pick 10 of us and dismiss us?
That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
Well, I'm saying I'm
that works.
picking your leaders and everyone who's not part of the 10 people that's in the Ardent squad.
Yeah, they're not going to put up a fight. They're just going to do what you tell
Are
them.
you gonna give them color-coded survivor buffs depending on the corp they're going
I
to?
mean, now. Yeah, so good news, Nadesha. There's a lot less people hanging out at this place now.
I'm ex homing beacon my way back. I retreated.
I assume
My
during
way
this
back to
meeting
my
you're just
house.
in a robe brushing your teeth in the background.
No, she went to her archaeology
yeah.
dig.
My
underground
my
house.
underground. Click on my grow lights for my sacred trees.
Oh,
I guess
Just kind of chill out for a little while. Oh, on the way back, I went to the crappiest like gas station and found like a book on lucid dreaming that's 100% like, you know, when they have like crappy like Mad Libs and
Uh-huh.
crossword puzzles and like angels are real.
yeah.
I
Bat
just
Boys,
found the
Bat
lucid-
Boys home videos found
Yeah.
them, like,
found one of those like pamphlets on lucid dreaming and got that and sort of quietly read that. And go to sleep.
beautiful.
Oh, I have one more thing.
Yep.
I'm gonna take a casserole over to Fuse. So I just have like a casserole in a
what kind of casserole?
tuna.
Okay.
So I have that and I like knock on their door.
Is there a bug in the casserole?
This little sliding thing. What?
Oh, well, I just, we're neighbors.
Oh,
so I
God,
brought over
close it.
friendly casserole. I know you guys usually just eat microwave burritos, so I figured when home cooked meals would be.
Wait, food?
Yeah.
You're kind of that dick next door, right?
No, I'm next door, but I think you might be thinking of somebody else.
Make a presence check.
Crit.
Oh, man. Okay. I mean, the door opens straight up right there.
Get in there and see what they're up to.
Yeah, I bring it in.
You walk past like a description of yourself, like a drawing of like
do not let
do not
in.
do not let
Is
see that
it
man.
just Sam or is it all of us?
Who is it?
I think it's just me.
Okay, just Sam. Yeah.
Are you gonna take down the sign that says
I'm just
nothing?
gonna draw a mustache
Drama
on
said,
it.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you draw a mustache on it in front of the people that let you in.
They don't care.
They believe
Nope,
you.
don't.
Yeah, they're super high.
Yeah, so you go into their main area. I want to see what's different. I'm looking especially for where they had their shrine.
The shrine is still there, but there's the thing in the shrine is gone.
Like, do they seem to have changed at all?
No, it looks pretty much the same. I mean, like it was always sort of like a rolling.
But also like the people.
No, the people are pretty much the same.
Okay. Like, yeah, just bring the dish back when you're done.
You get immediately mobbed by like 30 people. Oh, food! I'm so hungry. Yeah,
Did they restock after Shibble came?
maybe,
Yeah, so anyway, bring the dish back when you're done and
maybe
and
I will, maybe I won't.
Is Faye here?
I don't know. Who's asking?
Faye's not here, man.
He's not here. The dishes are done.
Like, well, anyway, can I use your bathroom?
Wait, who are you?
I'm Sam. I live next door.
The asshole?
No.
The other
I
Sam.
think that might be your other neighbor.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so I just use their bathroom, but I kind of make a mess.
You come out, the casserole is gone. The casserole's gone before you go into the bathroom. And yeah. And you have a bunch of people being like, can I have more casserole?
Maybe just
This is so much better than burritos.
over at my place, we have casserole pretty much every
You're
night.
inviting us over?
No, I'm just saying if you were part of my organization rather than Fuse, I feel like you'd get fed properly.
I don't think I have to choose between two when I could just be in both. You might relate to this, Sam.
No, because I'm not going to feed you if you're still in.
Oh, so you're gonna hold out food?
I'm just saying that most of the food is reserved for the people who are exclusively part of the organization.
Hold on a second.
The petard, it is hoisted.
Jaime's been holding on to that one.
I couldn't possibly imagine what you mean.
I like how you refuse to answer
spend a
who's
fear.
asking after where is Faye around.
I spent a fear, and the entire room, in my head, it's like kind of a hallway that you're standing in, starts to flow. Like the walls are like corrugated metal, but the metal starts to flow, like it's dripping.
I've been dosed.
No, yeah,
Does it
actually, a
seem
little
like
bit.
I just took a bunch of acid somehow?
Maybe
Whoa.
Like I wave my hand. Oh, I'm trying to
it
wave my
doesn't
hand.
look like that.
What?
It just looks like it's dripping.
Hey, is something wrong with your walls?
I don't know. What do you mean?
Is anyone in charge here? For God's sake!
They?
Well, can I see them?
No,
Why not?
they're not here, man.
Where are they?
I don't know.
Who's in charge?
They.
Who's in charge that's here right now? God, you guys suck.
I'm pretty sure that's an asshole next door.
I just go to their snack cabinet and grab as much stuff as I can carry in my arm to walk out.
You go to open the cabinet, and your hand goes right through like clay, like Play-Doh.
I stick my head through.
Yeah, you can put your body right through the wall.
Okay,
I feel like Shibble.
can I grab stuff? Or yeah, I want to
The
grab.
shelves are sort of sinking.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to grab my dish and load it up with as many snacks as I can fit in it.
This is the net loss. I can't believe that you would do this, other Sam. Can't believe it. God, it's such a. You're gonna get. Now we're gonna put. I'm gonna remember that face.
I just figured out how to reduce my snack budget significantly.
Make a finesse check. This is to determine how much food you feel.
10
With
with hope.
10 with hope, you get like one cabinet's worth of food.
Wow, that's a lot.
But I get like all the Nutter Butters.
Okay, yeah, you get all the Nutter Butters and four entire towers of paper towels.
Yeah.
I'm not paper plates. Sorry, paper plates. Yeah.
Wow. Good stuff.
Anyway, later, losers.
Wait, they're like drawing your face on the wall, in the wall itself.
But it's like right next to the poster.
Yeah, it's literally next to the poster.
Wow, you look a lot like other Sam. You just don't have a mustache.
You just walk out. They completely oblivious to what's happening. Okay.
Wow, that happens.
All right. What are you guys doing?
I guess we're calling a car back to Sam's house
Okay.
because I want to collect Echo to take him with us to see if
So yeah, you guys arrive at the time that you get back from taking.
Yeah, I have Aaron with an E bring me back
to your house, not your lair.
to my house. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we arrive. Wow, you got a lot done in the amount of time it took us to get here.
Oh yeah. With an E is a fast driver.
Is your car still intact?
Depends on what various definitions of intact.
All right. Well, I'd like.
The door falls off.
Oh, okay. That's your problem. I don't have to worry about it. Let's go look at Echo.
You guys go in.
Yeah, I want
Um,
to delve Echo.
yeah, you're gonna,
Let's see. Spend a hope. And I will go deeper. So I have to roll for it. Ooh, crit.
a crit.
Yes.
Okay.
I needed that.
You sit down next to Echo, who is still unconscious.
Mm-hmm.
You, I guess you sort of put your hand like over him, kind of. I guess.
Yeah. I just have to be within far range, but
Oh, yeah,
for
yeah.
the vibes.
You can do it from like my head.
Outside the house.
Yeah, just like standing outside the house, like smoking a cigarette. No, I think instantly you sort of fall into his thoughts, which are I don't know if you've ever had like a stress dream where like the same event, like the same like 30-second loop happens over and over and over again.
That's happening.
That's happening to him, and but it's in the wellness loop setting. Like,
Do we need to bring him to the wellness loop to unloop his wellness?
Shibble, how did you get out of the wellness loop? Either
How did I
time.
get out? I don't remember.
you made some rolls to get out.
Yeah, maybe you can talk to them.
Echo?
He's got to do it himself.
Echo.
Echo, why are you in the wellness loop? Nothing.
It's just you see like he's like moving around in the space, like flashing, almost like he's like you're watching a dream. And he's just like, get me out! Oh my god, not again!
Why is he in the wellness loop? He shouldn't matter.
I'm not they.
Oh. Oh, poor guy. Okay. So seems like
That's just tucked in.
seems like Vay's up to some stuff, and they thought Echo was Vay for some reason.
They always is.
Yeah, but like extra stuff that made Ardent probably Leomux want to go after her. And they thought Echo was Vay, even though they look absolutely nothing alike. I don't know how to fix him.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if they were going to think, I could see if they thought the Echo was me and they were like torturing.
Yeah, because you guys both are Infernus and also hackers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vay has gotten in trouble for, or I mean, Echo's gotten in trouble for things I've done in the past.
Poor Echo is just always in the wrong place at the wrong time. I don't know how we can help him unless we got Azure back, but
I mean,
we don't.
I'm working on it.
Yeah.
It's okay. You're trying your best. I
Nap
believe
time.
in you.
I put like the butter dish next to Shibble's head to like help with the
There's just... If you see Azure, ask her to help Echo if she can. I guess we'll just keep trying to take care
I
of
guess
him.
we'll go to there. We'll go to that scene.
Oh,
So you
Lucid dreaming.
you fall asleep.
First try.
We're not gonna. We'll see. It'll be like a
Cliffhanger.
transit. So like you fall asleep. So you're just regular sleeping right at the
Going
moment.
on a long cliffhanger though.
Yeah, because
Because
you're
we're not going to
gone.
be here next week, and then I'm not going to be here the next week, and then I'm not going to be here the next
Oh,
week.
Shibble? Is it like a Sleeping
Shibble-
Beauty situation?
Yeah.
Just like,
Shibble's falling
Shibble
asleep
goes into the
right
wellness
next
loop
to Echo.
You're shipping me to the dream realm
and
for 3
doesn't-
weeks.
and doesn't wake up.
Shibble, wake up! Oh no, Sam, we made it worse.
wait, to check on their brain.
What? Oh yeah. Thought dealt Shibble. It's a fear.
Well, I got a fear and I spent a fear, so no net 0.
It's 11
One moment.
plus 4, 15 with fear.
Just no.
Wait, and
no.
because I'm Shibble's boss, I'm rolling a d6 to make that a 17 with fear.
This is
Sam, maybe I have to go face the wellness loop to free everybody. I don't know.
Do we even know where a wellness loop is at this point?
Yes, we were there.
Oh, you mean the one near the lake house? You mean?
Yeah.
That's true.
Oh, I think.
If only I had a submarine helicopter that could get us there.
What was your roll?
17 with fear.
Okay. You go to Thought Delve Shibble.
Uh-huh.
You don't Thought Delve Shibble.
Oh.
Instead, you see a formless face
And this thing knows I'm watching it at your discretion.
screaming in your face.
What is it? What are you? That thing.
It definitely clocked you. It had eyes and a mouth, and it locked. It saw you and was like, got real
What's
close.
wrong with Shibble?
I don't want to go back there. This is terrible. There's like a weird formless demon thing. We've dealt with gods. I don't think we've seen demons yet.
Yeah. Ugh. Well, I mean, at
You
least we
have
know they're
seen-
not out getting in
I
trouble.
have seen
Damon.
daemons. Is that
Yeah.
a daemon? Does it look like one?
Looks kind of like a Damon.
Okay, it might be daemons. The wellness loop might be infected.
We started it with infected.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, seems
These
like
two are
Azure
sleeping
has,
so comfortably.
Azure has some connection to it, so maybe they can help.
But Shibble just tried to find Azure.
I'm just saying, maybe Azure will find Shibble.
Oh, and then they can work it out?
Yeah.
Maybe.
And at least we know Shibble's not out getting into trouble.
Yeah. Shibble here would tuck Shibble in as well. It's a good thing I'm
Next
not.
to Echo,
Yeah, it's a good
We'll put-
thing I'm not staying
Fresh-
in this
We'll put
room.
them on leave.
a fresh bowl of butter
Yeah. I mean,
every 8 hours.
like a Sleeping Beauty coffin, but there's a bunch of dwarves just putting dishes of butter instead of flour.
I mean, we can have one of the old lake house people come in here and help them. She would be, what was her name? Last name Halsey.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Just
gotta
call her-
be there's
There's
gotta
so
be
many.
people at
Mrs.
Arden that know
Halsey.
about wellness loop science.
But I don't know if I want to talk to Arden
Psychology.
about me being in the wellness loop because I was supposed to go to the wellness loop earlier today and I
Yeah.
ran away.
You are overdue for your annual wellness loop recertification.
Like,
They've been sending you emails about it.
I don't think I should bring up the thing that I was supposed to do that I ran away from.
Yeah, that's fair.
But we can bring Mrs. Halsey in here and she can take care of them. She can change out the butter. She can put on the Lucid Dreaming podcast. I don't know. And I'm
Shibble in a hospital room with an IV bag full of butter, like a little water.
in river water. I'm scared to go back to work without Shibble. I mean, we saw how that went last
I
time.
mean, I can go,
Well, yeah, you have been hired to mess
Yeah.
with me.
Also, there's an all hands tomorrow.
and
Oh,
I
that's
mean-
right. For her name change.
I'm just gonna put my cards on the table. I was planning so that when you showed up at work tomorrow, I would just be there as someone who had been hired and surprise you with that.
But I know that she hired you. I
Yeah,
was
but I'm not
there.
sure how much you thought about the fact that I don't think you expect me to actually show up to that.
Fair enough. Although you did commit pretty hard to messing with me earlier today. So, I'm not going to underestimate your willingness to commit to the bit.
It's fair.
Yeah, we can go. And hopefully we can find a cure for these two. Since I put us in danger, if it comes to me going the wellness loop, I'll do it. But I don't want to just bring it up.
Yeah.
Maybe we go to either Nadira or Ketz or Kirkzip, some of these more neutral.
I mean, I can be the one. I can fall on the sword and ask about the wellness loop.
Oh, you'll ask. Yeah, you could do that. And you're like messing with me because I avoided it. Yeah. That could work. You could ask Kirksip, maybe. I don't know. We'll try to figure it out. Right now, I think we got the contracts. I'm still working on the phrase problem. Now we got to fix these two. But this will be our priority.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds like a good plan. It's a good thing Nadezhda wasn't here to witness that. She's had a pretty good day.
Dreaming the dreamless sleep of someone who wasn't asked to make a roll.
Maybe if Shovel's unconscious, she will become more guarded,
Oh, like a stasis, a god prevention stasis.
like the tree.
But last time Shibble came back, they were more god.
It's true.
We're gonna cut from here right to your sleep.
Ah,
Lucid dream. Lucid dream.
But a dream. A dream.
You are having a regular sleepless or dreamless sleep.
mhm.
A wonderful, relaxing
The vaccine sleep of
of
I
rest.
will not interact with the world for 8 hours.
And you hear a voice.
Oh shit.
Stop.
Oh,
Let's stop.
I'm gone.
Don't wake up. Stay
Okay.
asleep.
Okay.
You open your eyes in your dream, and you see a little mushroom.
Oh, hello.
It worked. It worked.
Boy, I sure am glad that the Nezher doesn't know any of the things we would want to tell the Azure right
She
now.
hasn't been able to get to us because we haven't slept in 2 weeks.
You
Like,
you are looking at a room that looks like from the Underfen. So it's kind of upside down, open walls, like big arches. And you see Azure there, and she is her sort of full adult self. She goes, quickly, before it's too late, come on. And your brother Ozzy walks in through one of the arches, and he says, you found her. How did you? Okay, hi.
hello.
I'm in danger, but I'm not that in danger. Don't freak out. Okay?
Why would I freak out? Everything's just fine.
And everyone's in danger all the time.
I have some stuff to tell you. Okay?
Okay.
And then we gotta end it there.
Beautiful.
All right, so let's roll into No But Humans.
All right, I want to start off by talking about how I have been getting a rule wrong for an entire year.
Oh yeah.
Please share, Sam.
I've been doing prayer dice wrong because the thing with prayer dice is you roll, a number of d4s, and I thought you just added them together and made that into a pool. That's not how it works. Turns out what you're supposed to do is have each individual die as a thing you can use to modify a roll. So if you roll a 4, 3, and a 1, then one roll can be increased by 4 or by 3 or by 1. You can't split them up like I've been doing, which makes them a lot less broken.
Yeah. Can you reverse them? Can you negative them? Can you take away from somebody else's roll?
There
that
is
looks
like a whole
cool.
list of things you can do that's usually less valuable than and the annoying thing about printing out sheets from Demiplane is they really like to cut off the text of long abilities, which includes this one. So I might have to look up the
I would just look it up in the book, yeah.
Tune in next
Or you have a
time
card.
to find that out.
I have my book right here. You wanna look through it?
So does Parker.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting to know. Because that does drastically change the balance, I think. To be able to
But
because
to
you wrote
balance it out, I also haven't been taking advantage of the fact that I can turn them into hope, which I should have been doing at the end of sessions when I had them.
Oh, right.
Oh, that's really
Right.
cool.
That makes sense.
You can spend any number of prayer dice to aid yourself or an ally within a far range. You can use a spent die's value to reduce incoming damage. Add to a roll's result after it's made, or gain hope equal to the result.
Okay, so it doesn't say. I wonder if there's. I feel like there's got to be a point at which you can because it's kind of like a version of portent, right? It's like a slight portent where you could just
It's like
sort
a
of
bonus portent.
bump it up a little bit, right? I just wonder if you could like undermine another person's
And
roll
you can
later.
reduce incoming
Whoa.
damage. That's the closest you can.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I think I don't think you're usually allowed to pray for, like, you can't be like,
Strike down my enemy.
curse my enemies,
I mean,
God.
that's what a smite is.
Yeah.
You know, so like I could definitely see that being like a little a cursito, a little curse.
Crecito.
I could see that happen. But yeah. Interesting to know. Yeah. What about everybody else? What do you guys think?
Learned a lot.
Yeah.
About a lot of different things. Sorry. Butter. Interesting that I'm curious as to what the extent of Tamsin's research has been, because it seems like she's done a lot
Yeah.
and might know more than we do about certain things.
She definitely knows more than you do about some things.
Yeah,
I
like
can absolutely
the half
qualify that.
brother, but he doesn't know that she's his half sister.
Yeah, I want to find out who this person is.
Yeah.
It's a very different read on Tamsin. We thought she was very much like the in with the Frace, and in fact, she wants to destroy them completely.
Well, that's because that was my 10 years ago perception of her and being super jealous of the fact that she was everything Mother wanted me to be.
Well, yeah, I mean, like I was saying, like, what even remains of the phrase that she needs to destroy at this point?
I mean, I'm here.
It's her sister herself.
Yeah, but we
Well,
said it's not the
images.
people necessarily.
But the magic
Yeah.
is here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, maybe if she destroyed, I wonder what happens if you destroy the stamp, like, does it just become unreadable?
I don't know. Or everything becomes readable. Because the stamp is putting the
Yeah.
cipher on things. Yeah, we don't know. We asked the question last week if people would give up godlike power if they were asked to. And I don't know. I think it depends on what happens to that power.
I mean, that's fair enough. I guess you could say like a bomb gives up its power when it explodes. So that's kind of like,
yeah.
I mean, there's sort of,
Yeah.
it's a different way to understand nuclear disarmament, you know?
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what her, like, I think that's probably some of her hesitation. It's like, we have that power, or more specifically, Cordelia has that power that she's trying to destroy. She doesn't know what we will do with it. There's a lot of interesting dynamics there. I'm glad you got to meet Ozzy.
Yeah.
It's been a great day for Nadezhda.
Yeah.
They just had a pretty good day today.
Overall, yeah, she had to drag you both around for a little while, but
All
yeah.
three of you.
Well, I thought most of the people clogging up Nadezhda's space have been kicked out, so I feel like that's a win.
Yeah. The 100. Not the
I mean,
100.
Well,
90 of them, but yeah.
Well, Nadesh just got the new space.
She's
and
got the
That's true.
underfin hangout, the archaeology dig.
yeah, and maybe a soup kitchen.
Maybe.
And
If
Sam
Sybil
has a
ever
new
comes
job.
back.
I feel like that's much more Shibble's speed.
Yeah. It's also
Sybil-
big Rasmodius energy, too.
Shibbo was Rasmodius Jr. all along.
Do you guys, I have said this. The only reason I'm going to bring this up because I have absolutely said this in the past. I don't know if you guys caught it or remember it, but Rasmodius had another name.
Hope Fisher.
Hope
Fisher.
Yeah,
So
we know
Rasmodius
that, yeah.
was.
But the characters don't know that, so that's why we haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Sam might.
I
know.
think I know. Yeah, he told me.
Oh, he told you. That's right. He told you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the rest of us don't even really have that much of a concept of what Rasmodius is, because I
Yeah,
don't
that's
think
fair.
we really talk about it.
And I can also imagine your reluctance to bring it up with Sam because you're like, I don't want to hear more about freaking Rasmodius.
And the mouthyism.
God damn, we're going to talk about Rasmodius again.
Yeah. So I
Well,
think
Sam's, I mean,
I'm happy you found meaning.
okay, but think of it this way. Sam already talks about Rasmodius, but when Rasmodius is like basically Sam's child, you know how much he's not going to shut up about Rasmodius because it's both the angle of the religious one and the I'm going to talk about my kid.
yeah.
It's got to be that. And if somehow Rasmodius becomes like splits himself and it's like the Trinity child
Raz the father, Raz the
Cats
son, and Raz the
and
ghost.
like sailboat.
Child cat and sailboat.
The classic Trinity.
The
They talk
Facebook
about-
Trinity.
Do
Yeah.
not stop talking.
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah,
It's true.
it's true. Absolutely.
What do you think that thing is that I contacted when I tried to talk to you? I mean,
Yeah,
you think
is that
it's
living in your
Damon.
brain?
No. Is there a Damon in your brain? Ooh.
Why would there be a demon in my brain? The demons were on the spell grid, which I have never been.
It's true.
But maybe it's part of the godness.
And you did get trapped in a wellness loop for a long, long time.
Yeah.
And were subsequently tortured by the you monks. So
For also a long time.
The
Yeah.
best part about wellness loop torture is that it doesn't require you to actually be there for very long because they can just speed up the sense of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, real black
Very
mirror
efficient.
energy.
Clearly,
Yeah.
Echo was there for like a short period of time.
Oh, Echo was in it when you saw Echo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, but I mean, the other
physically
thing
in
with
it.
like
Yeah.
Shivel's original wellness experience is like, it wasn't like explicitly torture in the sense that there was someone torturing them. They
No.
were just alone.
It was just malfunctioning in
Yeah.
the sense that it wasn't letting Shibble out. You can use the wellness loop for non-torturous reasons.
The wellness loop is directly
that never-
inspired by an episode of, I think it's
Star Trek?
Deep Space Nine.
Yeah, you've talked about that
Yeah.
the first time it got brought up, but the one where
Where O'Brien.
O'Brien is put in mind jail
Yeah.
for 10 years.
Yeah, it's a crazy
Poor
episode.
Shibble. We won't let you.
Oh, what's that?
Ooh.
I put it away. What did it?
Question?
Wasn't mentioned to put up with fake condemns.
Oh, yes, it was.
It's-
It
Yeah,
was
it's pretty clear. It was,
It
used.
it wasn't directly stated, but it was basically like the signs were like, "Don't go here, go here instead," and pointed at Fuse.
So what do we think Vay's doing? Whatever it
nothing
is,
good.
it's attracted Arden's
But also,
attention.
I am absolutely going to go back there every day and steal their snacks.
No interest in why the walls were melting.
I mean, I have a lot to deal with right now. And at that point, I was just like, okay, that's a thing that happens.
I mean, fair. That's how I reacted to my half sibling. Jameson's like, "I'm gonna keep this secret," and I'm like, "Great, thank you."
You do you.
One less thing off my plate.
But first, a Nutter Butter.
And does Shibble, has we finally uncovered a Shibble want? Does Shibble want
Yeah,
to be a
does Shibble
god?
want to be a god? It seemed like maybe.
Yeah.
No.
Shibble got a taste of power.
yeah.
I mean, it's also kind of, I meant what I said when I said Shibble has always been defined by others.
Maybe Shibble wants to be defined by itself.
Maybe they don't.
But maybe not becoming a god feels like letting people down.
Ooh.
I would have thought,
Were you ever a gifted kid who didn't live up to their full potential?
Shibble's finally getting to experience giftedness.
But yeah,
Even though Shibble's really been gifted all along.
Yeah.
But I don't think Shibble has realized until like very recently that like they're good at stuff.
Yeah.
yeah, but I mean, that's the thing. Like with Sam, if he had this power, he would feel the responsibility to try to use it, even if that's actually a bad idea. He would feel like he would have to keep the power to try to use it for good.
I mean, that's not that different than what Tamsin's doing, right? Like,
Yeah.
Tamsin's essentially using the fact that she's a priest as a way to do good in the world.
I mean, again, we don't necessarily know that Shibble can't become a god.
You don't know that.
No, we don't know anything.
I mean,
Yeah.
Rasmodius, for your definition of god, became a god without.
But he explicitly
back-
said that it was crucial that he not be worshipped in a way that made him become like one of these gods.
Yeah, he was
So
pretty.
he
He was
is
very
A
explicit about that.
different thing.
if Shibble does become the god, then they will get an eidolon upon their ascension, I think, because an eidolon is like an exhaust port.
Leo
So, like,
or Marcel.
myself, the idol of soup.
He opens a can and Shibble pops out.
Run red with tomato.
Who brings us the meatballs?
Yeah, the apocalypse is just a cloudy with a chance of meatballs. Like,
Yeah.
How do you feel about finding out that Shibble is approaching divinity, like for sure?
it's horrifying in a way that makes Sam not want to think about it. Like, it's so existentially horrifying that he's like, like, I'm just gonna push that.
That's not no.
Oh no.
I don't even know like what to think about it.
Yeah.
I mean, the other thing from Sam's perspective is like his goal is to create a being that wants to kill all the other gods. And that would be a real problem if Shibble became a god.
Then I want to kill all Eidolons, and I don't want to kill Shibble.
I mean, I also want to kill all Eidolons.
Is anybody surprised?
But why do you want to kill all the gods, even if I'm one of them?
Well, I don't want to if you're one of them. I'm just worried that my actions to try to kill all the gods might accidentally spill over to also affecting Shibble if they become a god. But also, I don't think anyone should have that power. Like, Shibble's a good person, but like, nobody should have that power. And Shibble's not like Shibble's not a person you don't put Shibble in charge. Like, Shibble's great, but like, come on.
Does Shibble want responsibility?
And just to be clear, you also shouldn't put Sam in charge.
It's Nadezhda or Cordelia. They're the only ones allowed to be in charge.
I don't know. I don't have the best track record. I'm trying my best, but
And you're like, I'm asleep. Don't talk about it.
That was fun. Just like, I mean, waking up and kind of going to the bathroom while all of you
Yeah.
guys were freaking out over Shibble. But yeah.
did we want to do the downtime thing that you had
I don't remember what it was.
proposed last
Remind me. I
You
wrote
were
it
like,
down.
everybody come with a downtime to do during.
Yes, that's right.
the
That's right.
humans.
Yes, I have it here. Okay.
Speaking of downtime things, we're at least engaged in this episode. So true or false, it still is Cordelia's birthday.
It is still
It is-
Cordelia's
No, well, I mean, I think
birthday.
we ended off at like the actual like midnight.
Okay,
Yeah, I think we all went to
let's
sleep
do
on
one
the night of
more.
her birthday. So like,
I don't.
Yeah.
It's until the next episode starts.
yeah, that's true.
I don't think I'm
we can say
going
that
to
we
sleep.
we crossed that threshold. It's now 12:01 a.m.
One final one.
It's now Cordelia Boxing Day.
Yeah, it's Cordelia Boxing Day.
Taking off the party hats. I'm free at last. But you'll notice I still have the contract glasses on because I want to read my contract as my downtime activity.
Yeah, let's do that. So downtime.
Which is why I'm like, I don't think I'm going to sleep, so I don't know if I can. I should probably clear something, but
What do you want to do with the contract?
I'll read it, understand it as much as I can read in one night.
One day. Okay.
One night.
Yeah, one night.
Basically between now and the All Hands.
Okay.
The very important, my rebrand is now Yuli Monks.
I love taking a reason for me to change a name to be an in-world event.
Because that's what she would do.
Yeah.
She is a brand. What about you guys? Any downtime stuff?
Yes. So I want to ask Cordelia, if she knows of any like really good driving tutors, like someone who I can hire independently of the driving
Well,
school.
most of them are dead because most of them were in my family, but I bet I can help you find one.
And so what I want to do is engage this person, and basically I want them to contact Aaron and E and make them think that they are bringing them into like a heist team and
Wait.
training them to be like the wheelman, but it's just an excuse to get them to learn how to drive.
Why don't I do this for you? I'm the only competent driver besides Dutch.
Yeah,
that
but
we've
Aaron and E
experienced.
knows who you are.
I'll just put on sunglasses and a mustache.
Hey, we should just raise Dutch's spirit. Dutch town.
We'll resurrect
It's one
Dutch.
of the goats.
But yeah, the whole thing is like Aaron and E will think that this is like them joining some gang as the wheel.
Oh,
But it's really just an
okay.
excuse to force them to learn how to actually fucking drive.
Yeah, I'll help you find someone. The
But they
best
have to
teachers
speak
are all
the
dead.
way Don Cheadle does in Ocean's 11.
Exactly, yes.
Okay, I'll help Sam
I
find.
want to trick Aaron with an E into learning to drive. That's my plan.
Heist
Heist driving school.
heist school.
Baby
Okay.
driver.
Baby.
That's what it's
God,
called.
baby
Baby with
driver.
an E.
Yeah, baby with a baby.
Baby driver.
Baby Babia. Babia
Baby
driver.
driver.
BABEE. Baby driver.
Oh, you guys want to do any downtime
I'm
stuff?
just a little
Um,
baby driver.
You're doing
It's
lucid
Azure.
dreaming downtime stuff.
See, dreaming
Yeah.
downtime. What were your goals? To find Azure?
Yeah.
So close, and yet so far.
Found Azure, but
But you don't know that anyone found Hatcher.
None of us do, except Nadezhda.
That may still come into play. Finding Azure. How are
Okay.
you? Any downtime stuff? Are you growing any drugs or?
I got a soup kitchen to set up now.
Oh yeah.
What about lunch with Dr. Bobo?
That's on my list, but I wanted to get this driver thing set up.
So yeah,
Soup kitchen?
that's what I'm gonna have to
I
do.
made like next episode, kill Dr. Bobo. And then
I adore Dr. Bobo.
Dr. Bobo goes missing.
and then
I'm
Catch
really
in
the
the
only one
Cradle
without
plays.
tragic family deaths at this point.
My family's not dead.
That's
They're
true.
just missing.
Without family tragedy.
Our deaths
I
are
don't have a
tragic.
backstory.
That's why. That's how you
That's your
become a cop,
superpower.
maybe.
The GM can't use your backstory against you when you don't have one.
That's why Shibble gets the crazy real story.
Immaculate conception.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Twice
Well,
immaculate
that is the
conception.
thing.
I have no.
There are those. What were they called?
Hyperstitions.
Yeah,
There's just a virgin,
Shibble could
There's
be
a
one.
word.
two virgins who became your parents and never knew it.
The
Yeah,
word for,
to do with
life
anything.
spontaneously emerging out of non-life. I can't remember what it's called.
Oh God. I haven't thought about that in a long time.
Is that parthenogenesis?
Parthenogenesis
Parthenogenesis
is like a
Nihilism.
female of a species
Nihilism would be like the
spontaneously
birth of
becoming
nothing.
pregnant with
I was
no
trying to
father.
construct that.
Oh yeah. It'd be like no, it's I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, there
it's
is
like a
word for it.
medieval
Yeah.
idea of like because they thought that flies came from cows and that cows
Are you gonna burst some flies?
Well, they thought that rotten meat would
No.
spontaneously
produce
create
no.
flies. Yeah,
Fly army.
I can't remember what that's called.
But
But
yeah, there's a word for it, but that's
Shibble could be a hyperstition though.
I have
Self-creating.
Cordelia contract work, read and understand. One night, Sam does Cordelia know driving tutors because Sam wants a tutor to train Aaron with an E. Heist class. Shibble downtime is lucid dreaming. Nadezhda soup.
You know what? You're gonna get all the phrase driving teachers are probably dead.
Oh my
because
God, I'm part of the soup pot. Oh my God.
yourself. You're gonna
Somebody
get
had to keep Shibble from creating a god for the last company.
you're gonna get one of my car thief
perfect.
people.
There's other companies.
That's who I'll
There's
get
still
you
Edwise. No, wait, are they there? Can't remember.
from my fuse days.
For the next company.
Yeah.
Wow, you put yourself into soup. You sure did, Esther.
Out of the frying pan
And into the soup.
Into the soup.
Autogenesis.
Autogenic.
Self creation.
Yeah. That's the
Yeah.
thing I'm saying. I'm specific.
Wow.
All right. Well, I guess we'll wrap it up there.
Okay.
So, everybody, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you guys in a week. Most of us will. Are you here next week?
No, none of us are here next.
But we will be.
Oh,
we
next-
are
right.
recording.
Sorry.
Is concerned.
I am a dumb idiot. I forgot there's not another week in June.
We will be airing something
We hope.
next week around this time, but we will not be here.
Yeah, it will be pre-recorded.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
We'll
So
be back
Evan
in
can't
2
talk
weeks.
We'll be back in 2 weeks.
Minus Shibble.
Bye bye.